Alright, shalom, shalom. The real Hebrew Israelites come here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, Egypt. First and foremost, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Mekakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstones, blue will. Peace, love, salutation to the 11 and 44 first fruit. You know, I'm just going to jump it off. And I just, the brothers in this camp, we just watched the heavy wrestling. One of the brothers up there in Chicago, he had a dream. Salakia, he had a vision, because there's a difference between a dream and a vision. Okay, he had a vision, meaning you could like hear, touch, feel, smell things. Okay? He had a vision about the kingdom, and how glorious it was. Alright? But the main, he probably had a lot of good points, a lot of good things that he saw, but one thing that really stuck with me the most, man, is the fact that it was stress-free. Everybody was happy, everything was in order, everything had a sense of joyfulness to it. Everybody was healthy, but it was stress-free. There was nothing to think about, you know? They weren't worried about anything that happened, or anything that was going to happen. If they didn't do this, this was gonna happen. If we didn't pay this bill, I'm gonna get kicked out the house. Right. It was stress-free. Everybody was happy, man. And that's the thing that really like sunk deep inside of me. I'm pretty sure it sunk deep inside of all the other brothers, man. Because we don't see that here, man. And the brother at the end of that video said, this is worth fighting for. That is worth fighting for. To be stress-free, to be carefree. All right, just to be in pure joy and happiness, man. To be in joy, pure joy and happiness.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 21. I'm going to start at verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
That's right. It was coming down, man, from another dimension. All right? That's why you have Yahushai in the audience for all of you saying that pretty much what it's saying right here, the kingdom's going to be on earth. Thy will be done, that kingdom come, you know. So it's the same thing the brother saw, man. The kingdom was here on earth. Everything was glorious. Everything was in its pure state. I'm talking about not just the minerals and the elements around, but the people. The people in the purest state. Okay? Pure of mind, not defiled. Okay? Just pure gladness and happiness, man. You know, keep reading, buddy.
All right, verse 3. And I heard a great voice.
It said new heaven and a new earth, right? And the old one passed away, man. We're in that old one right now, man.
Yep. And
this one's gonna pass away. And everything that you see here is gonna be done away with, man. Call all your how about Shem Yahushai, because we're tired of this, man. Man, this is irritating. But the only thing that's getting us by is the spirit of the Lord. But that spirit that the Lord has given us is giving us happiness right now, man. Hold Ecclesiastes 3. Let's start at 1 and then jump down to verse 4. Yeah, read Ecclesiastes 3 and 1.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
There's a time and a purpose under the heaven, okay? There's an appointed, specific time when certain things are supposed to happen, okay? Jump down to verse 4. Jump down to verse 4.
This is Ecclesiastes 3, verse 4. A time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance.
And a time to dance. There you go. But it says a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Okay? Yes, we're in the state of mourning because we're in this captivity. But the curses are literally being lifted off,
That's right.
Off of us right now.
If I can say, you see that happening in Paradise, California, man. Where these Edomites and they $1 million homes are getting destroyed, man. And your own people are doing that, man. You know, slowly getting off us, okay, and they're going into our oppressors, namely Esau, Edom, and so-called white man.
That's right. And they're lifting off of us. So, like you said, these things that have befallen fallen on us, it's going to fall on you and lift off of us. Okay? So it says it's a time to weep. We were weeping, man.
That's right.
We're still crying out to the Lord, but it says a time to laugh. Yeah. That transition is happening. Every time I look into an Oculus face, there's a smile. We're laughing. We're laughing at the destruction and the calamity, the whole Proverbs chapter 1. At the calamity of our enemies. Okay? We see things happening. This is exciting. We're enthusiastic. The word zeal or being zealous means to have enthusiasm. We're getting more zealous and zealous as the days go, as the Lord draws nigh. We're happy to see things. Jacob's trouble is going to be our day of pleasure. And it's going to be you two going in heathen state of displeasure. Right now, we're in displeasure right now.
Yeah, because
this is your world.
Because it says in, like you said about Jacob's trouble, when you read in Revelation, it says what? That those, if you be patient and keep my words, that he would keep us from the hour of temptation. You know? So Jacob's trouble and that hour of temptation, it's that last leg of hell that we got to catch. But hey, you could go into it with woe is me, oh Lordy. You know, oh Lordy, we're going to be persecuted. Or you can go in with a spirit of, man, this is our last time being persecuted. You know, so it's how are you looking at the situation that we're in, you know?
That's right. I just did a lesson this morning, man. And the title is, though everything around you is crumbling, you stay positive.
Yeah.
Though Esau's economy is going down, though the society is getting worse and worse as the day goes.
Yeah.
Though certain shit may be happening to you, okay? Stay positive.
Yeah.
Because you have a power on your side.
That's right.
That will help you.
Well, if I could add before you go to, because you read in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, it says there's a time to build and there's a time to tear down. We're in the time, everything around us, like you said, is being torn down, but we're being built up. So again, it's like, how are you looking at that? Are you feeling like you're being torn down, or are you being built up in the spirit? And the spirit of how about Shemi Awashai is building us up.
What you just said is you gotta be optimistic.
That's right out.
You gotta be optimistic, man. You gotta be kingdom minded. If you're in that woe is me spirit, you're obviously still attached to something in this world. Detach from it.
That's right out. That's right out. That's right.
Those bands, man.
That's right.
The scripture say in Micah 2 and 10, flee.
That's right out.
This is not it, bro.
Yeah, let it go. Hey,
let it go. Because if you let the things of this world go, you'll be enjoying gladness. How about show me on, brother? All right, read Revelation 10. You still holding Psalm 30 and 11? 3 and 10, yeah.
This is Revelation 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Oh, so like, first read Revelation 2 and 25. And then skip to Revelation 3 and 10.
This is Revelation 2 verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
Now skip down to Revelation 3 and 10.
Now this is Revelation 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
So hold fast until I come. So if he's telling you to hold fast onto something that until it comes, that means you already have it in your possession.
Yep.
If the scriptures say, don't let no man take your crown, that means you have the crown on you.
You already got the crown.
You already got it. That means you don't let nobody take that.
And so, we got our garment. We got our white garment.
You got our white garment. You got it. The scriptures say, brought it out in 1 Corinthians 15 one day. Last night, I think. Where it talks about he gave us the victory. We already won. We win. Yeah. We've already won. We're winners right now. Just hold on to that dub, man. Even though you're taking all these losses in Babylon society. But
it ain't losses.
It
ain't losses. What is a loss? When everything around you, like you said, is crumbling. We're not losing anything.
Yeah, you know? I'd rather take losses right now than what is going to befall these people out here. Jacob's trouble is not only going to affect the people on this chart, it's going to affect all your other nations out here, man. All right, so I'd rather take those L's right now, these trials and tribulations than what is going to befall the whole earth, man, before the kingdom of heaven is set.
That's right. Us taking them L's of what? Character building. So like the brother said, we really ain't taking no losses. We're winning.
That's right.
Because what? The scriptures say in Matthew, I think 5 and 48, it says, be ye perfect as my Father is in heaven. Well, how do you achieve perfection? You got to take your L's every once in a while, learn from your mistakes, and offend less, like it says in Sirach, the 17th chapter. You know, that's how you win. That's how we're winning right now. Trimming every single day, winning. That's winning. Getting closer to Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Yep.
Winning. Purging every day, so these demons are jumping off the bus. They got to go somewhere. That's winning. We got the victory. We got our crown. We're holding fast until we come. Finish that Revelation 3 and 10.
This is Revelation 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's right. Our temptation that should come upon everybody. All the flesh on this earth.
That's right.
Every single body. But if you keep the word, man, guess what? He's going to keep you from that. Get Psalm 13 of that super quick.
And he's pouring his spirit out on us, on all flesh. Because just as much as you're starting to see brothers that are in the knowledge receiving these beautiful visions and dreams of salvation, the kingdom of heaven, the Lord returning, you know, these heathens, especially these Edomites, they're receiving visions too. But it ain't peaceful for them. It's captivity, it's slavery, destruction. Like the brother's wife in Dallas, she said that the Edomite would say what? Bad times is coming to me and my family.
And also, he said that when he went to paradise, he wasn't acknowledged.
Yep.
His spirit wasn't acknowledged, man. But we're going to be acknowledged. That's the difference.
That's why the Spirit has us now. We're not even really acknowledging these Edomites like that anymore. You know, let them be, you know. And we just go push the word, edify the hopeful elect, and do our parts, man. When you read about Yahweh Shai's ministry, it's not a lot of cases of him cursing out devils. And you don't think he knew who the devil was? But don't get me wrong, that's part of our lot too, to prophesy against Babylon the Great. But again, man, we're not going to acknowledge you people like that, man. All right, the victory is already done. You people have already lost.
Because everything's already been written.
That's it.
Everything's already been written in stone, literally. All
That's
the way
it.
back to Moses.
That's right.
It's already been written. It's already set in stone. The book of Revelation is to reveal. It's already been revealed. It's already been revealed that we are the superior race.
Hey, these Edomites really, they know, really you Edomites have been falling and losing since King Herod. When Yahweh Shai came on the scene, because it tells us in Hebrews, the 1st chapter, from the end, that was the end of the world. That's when the end started then. So Herod y'all are already been falling. 2,000 years later, come on, man, we just waiting for Mashiach to return, man.
That's the spirit who said that. Because Yahweh Shai was born during the Roman Republic. He was born during the Roman Empire.
That's right.
Okay? Empire deals with sovereignty. It deals with complete rulership. Okay? That's what the empire deals with. He came to that to take down the Edomites empire. And another empire is soon to come, which is the Israelites.
That's right.
Leaded by Yahweh Shemel Shai, David on them. Okay? Bring up a song 30 we're going to get back into this rejoicing. Man.
That's right.
We see what's at hand. We see the things that we should fight for. Let's go ahead and even
This is Psalm 30 and 11. Psalm 30 and 11. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing.
That's right, mourning into dancing. And literally, when you read the scriptures, King David did dance. He did dance. After bringing end to his enemies, via the hand of Yahweh Shemel Shai, when he read 2 Samuel, 22nd chapter. But you, matter of fact, hold that on deck too. I'll keep going.
All right, continue on. It says, thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness.
That's right. We're putting, right now, we're putting off our sackcloth. Because we see our big brother, he's coming back soon, ready to crack that sky, come from another dimension to save his elect. Okay?
You can see that with the chariots, man. Because it's a war strategy that's going on. The scriptures say we're in a time of war. You see all these chariots going on, sighting in Texas, all right, Central America, South America. The Lord is positioning his angels and his men for when Yahweh comes back. That's why you see all these sightings happening, these so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Israel. The Lord is just putting them out there. So when it's time for Yahweh to come, man, all pieces are put in place.
That's right. It's a chess game. You gotta have your pawns and everything in a specific position to take down the opposite team. The opposing team is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And that's what you see is going on in the firmament. Okay? The Lord is directing his hosts. Okay? His armies. All right? Keep going, brother.
Verse 12. Psalms 30 and 12. To the end that my glory may sing. This is Psalms 30 and 11. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness.
Put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Because we see our enemies about to fall.
That's right.
It's going to be a glorious fall too in our eyes. It's going to be a righteous fall in our eyes. It's a righteous thing. So we can get trouble and tribulation to those who do to you. Just loosely paraphrasing 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. Man. It's a beautiful thing to see these things. All right? So why be in that state of woe is me? It's done for, man. You, of course, when you first get into it, you're like, damn, man, I just fucked up. This, that, and the third. The more you eat, the more you drink the milk, eat little pieces of the meat, you realize, like, I shouldn't be sad no more. I shouldn't. I should be happy because I've won. Everybody loves a winner. Everybody loves to win. So be happy because we already got the victory, man. Bring that up. Start at 2 Samuel 22.
This is 2 Samuel 22, verse 1. And David spake unto Yahweh the words of this song in the day that Yahweh had delivered him.
This is when you get Psalm 18 chapter as well.
Out of the hand of all his enemies.
Out of the hand of all his enemies. We just read in Psalm the 30th chapter, verse 11, that he took off the sackcloth and was regretted. Because of all of his enemies. That's a beautiful thing to see when you read the end of the book of Tobit. Toby got to see the fall of Nineveh.
Hey, well, Esau rejoiced when we fell.
That's right. Race it.
Yeah.
You know?
And the scriptures say, reward unto her double.
That's right.
So they rejoiced when we fell. When you read the same, was that Psalms 137 you were reading? They were rejoicing when we fell to the ancient Babylonians. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what we going to do? We're going to rejoice when they fall. It's only right.
That's right. We're going to be like racing. E-racing.
And out of the hand of Saul. And he said, Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer.
That's right, in my deliverer. You should be happy about he's going to deliver us out of this. Go ahead.
The God of my rock, in him will I trust. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation.
That's right.
That's right, the power of my salvation. The power of my salvation. That's what the horn symbolizes. Go ahead.
My high tower and my refuge.
That's right. High tower and my refuge. That's where you get Psalm 18 and 10.
That's the building too.
That's the building too. That's where you get Isaiah the 5th chapter with that tower in the midst of the garden. Okay, go ahead.
My Savior, thou savest me from violence.
My Savior, thou savest me from violence, man.
Yep.
We are about to flee from violence.
The hour of temptation.
The hour of temptation. Get literally abducted up. The only way out of here is up. If you're going left, right, down, south, north, you're not going up. Literally getting elevated.
Yep.
Levitated.
Pulled out of the pit.
Pulled out. The scriptures say in the book of Jude to get pulled out the fire.
Yep.
We're literally, the only way to get out of here is to get pulled out, to lift it up.
Yep, that's it.
Be a chariot.
Because any other way is not of your is of your own power. Because you could run, like you said, you could flee north, south, east, west. You could go underground, as Esau is gonna do, right? And that's all of your own power. But to go up, that's a divine power stepping in to deliver you.
That's right. what's called the standard.
That's right.
Okay? That's what's called the standard. Literally, when we get abducted, we will disappear. These bodies will what's that?
We're gonna leave these bodies behind.
That's right.
These bodies are gonna be burned up in this fire too. Our spirit is going. That's when 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter comes into play. You know, when we going from that incorruptible to that corruptible. I'm sorry, that corruptible to an incorruptible.
That's right.
This 2 Samuel 22:4. I will call on Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies.
That's right.
When the ways of death compass me, the floods of ungodly men make me afraid.
See, that's the statement that I said just earlier. Though everything around you is crumbling, you stay positive. You staying positive is calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's you staying in sound mind. That's you staying composed. Whatever is going on.
Yep.
Because usually when people are not composed, all their training and everything they learn flies out the window and they panic. To call on the name of the Lord, you have to be composed. You have to be of a sound mind. Okay?
That's right.
Keep going.
Because like you said, being composed, like you said, when you compose in a situation, you're not panicking. So therefore, your thought is, okay, first things first. Let me pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's gonna be if you shaking up. What can I do? What am I gonna do? What is she gonna do? What is he gonna do? You're all over the place. You're not settled in. Like, you know, a great example of composure is Kobe Bryant. You know, Kobe Bryant was beyond composed in times of pressure. Because of why? His practice, his work ethics. His work ethics had him prepared so that when he went into the game and it was 2 seconds left on the clock and he only can dribble one time off of his left, he knows he can do it. No matter how difficult of a shot you may think it is, he done worked on it. And through the spirit, you see that? That's a drone, man. Esau, man. Right over us, man. But it's all good. But that's just, you know, it just show you. Esau's getting petty, man. You know? You got it, brother.
This is 2 Samuel 22:4. I will call on Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. When the ways of death compass me.
Compass means to be surrounded by. So literally, when there's no avenue of escape, who you to call? Who you gonna run to? What's that little song? Who you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, you gonna run to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Dad, man. Okay, go ahead.
The floods of ungodly men make me afraid. The sorrows of hell compass me about.
All right, so you hear David, he said, the ungodly men make me afraid. That goes to show you, we're still in the flesh. We're still human, okay? The human nature, when something opposes you, is to have that little...
Yeah, it's adrenaline.
A little jump, you know?
It's adrenaline.
You can't sit here and tell me that you don't know that.
I remember one time we was at camp at 5 Point, and we had this scoffer come up. And, you know, we used to be at the corner, you know, and a car kind of swerved by. And, you know, it was close. And he's like, oh, y'all scared? Y'all scared? It's like, come on, man. Like, if a car jumps the curb, we gonna jump. That's just a natural reaction of the body, you know? But it's like you said, it's the spirit in you that kicks in to not let that you be stuck in that fear.
That's right. And that's right. David was literally admitting that. But like you said, the verse prior, he called on the name of the Lord. Therefore, he was composed enough to call on the name of the Lord. Therefore, what? His fear turned into nothing. Because I got a power on my side that's going to save me, and I know it for sure. See, that's the thing. You got to practice. You got to practice your faith in the time that you're in now. You got, in every little situation, you ought to call on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
I got something for you real quick.
Can you finish this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The snares of death prevented me. 2:7. In my distress, I called upon Yahweh and cried to my power, and he did hear my voice out of his temple. And my cry did enter into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled.
See, his cry entered into the ears of the omnipotent power. Now what, in turn, is about to happen? Reread that for us.
Now, I'm telling you on. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook.
This is when Yahweh, by Shimei Shah, comes to rescue you, because he called on you in your distress when you were discomfited. Okay? That you had enough composure, and the first thing you thought about was him. Therefore, he comes to your aid. And this is what he does for you. Keep going.
Because he was wrong. There went up
he was wrong. Because anything that is done to the men of the Lord, you're doing to Esau. What Esau doesn't understand what you're going to do to the men of the Lord. He's doing that to a precious spirit that is near and dear to Yahweh Shah.
Hey, but he does. But it's his pride, man.
That's
you know,
right.
because, you know, Yahweh Shimei Shah, as he did with Pharaoh, he's hardening his heart to think he got a chance to fight against the Lord's people, against the Messiah and the Father and the holy angels. That's because the Most High is putting that spirit on him. He knows, and that's why he fights it. He knows he's got to fuck us. He wants to fuck with us, but he can't fuck with us. You know?
There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon the cherub, and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind.
So literally, he's going to send his chariots to come help. That's what's going to happen when you read in 2 13th chapter. Keep going.
And he made darkness pavilions round about him, dark waters, and thick clouds of the skies.
That's right. You understand those clouds are the chariots, according to the scripture. Go ahead.
Through the brightness before him were coals of fire kindled. Yahweh thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice. And he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning, and discomfited.
It's a volcano.
Discomfited, meaning literally confusing, making them go every one direction. Now they're fleeing. Okay, keep going.
And the channels of the sea appeared. The foundations of the world were discovered. At the rebuke of Yahweh, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils.
That's right. Keep going.
He sent
This is showing his power when you call upon him. Keep going.
He sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters.
Woo! He sent from above. This is David speaking. So David is clearly telling that he got abducted out of a certain situation.
Yeah, basically out of captivity.
He drew him out of many waters.
Yeah. Judges 5, what is that, 5 and 12?
He drew him out of many waters, meaning what? Out of many people opposing him. Okay, we read that part because that's him.
This is Samuel 22 and 17. He sent me above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy.
Woo! He delivered me from my strong enemy. That's why you got Psalms of 58 chapter. Break the teeth of the young lion. Okay? Alright? That goes into what? The armor. When he talks about the mouth. Alright? And the teeth. Because that's why you got Daniel the 7th chapter primarily speaking of what? The Persian and Mede Empire. It says what? The Persian and Mede Empire was likened to a bear, and it had 3 ribs in the midst of its teeth.
Yep.
Meaning it was grinding. It had it in its mouth due to what? Its military might. When you go into the Persians and the Medes, the Persians literally took down 3 different nations: the Lydians, the Egyptians, and the Babylonians. You have to have a strong military might in order to do so. It's the same thing with Esau. Okay? So we read that part.
2 Samuel 22:18. He delivered me from my strong enemy.
That's right. And our strong enemy is Esau. He has a mighty army. Okay? He does. That's factual. All right? We see the things that he has. We see his military might and the things he does overseas. Shit, we see the things he does domestically. All right? Go ahead.
And from them that hated me.
And from them that hated me. That's why you got Psalms of 83rd chapter when it speaks about they had a confederate. A confederate simply is an alliance.
Right.
Okay? One who is in cahoots with another to bring down another people. All right? Which the Israelites allied with all the other nations to bring down who? The Israelites. So they can be no more. All right? Go ahead.
For they were too strong for me.
They were too strong for me. Right now, we ain't got no power. The scripture saying in Psalm 82 and 6 that we are gods, but we shall die like men. We have no power. Our power has been stripped from us due to us not following the law, statutes, and commandments. all the way going back to Jeremiah the 15th chapter, the first verse, where he says, cast them from my sight. Even though I gave them Moses and Samuel, they did not listen. Cast them from my sight. Therefore, if we're casted from his sight, we've lost the name, we've lost our power, we've lost our positions. Okay? So what? We have no more power. So what? This enemy, Esau, is too strong for us right now. But that's why we call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and that's our power, who is to defeat this enemy.
Can I bring this out real quick since you said that?
Go ahead,
This is 2 Corinthians 12:9. And it reads, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach Yahweh Shai may rest upon me.
Guess what? That goes to show you that you have to be needful. You got to be needful. Alright? If we're still dealing with infirmities, that means we're definitely imperfect.
Yep.
That means we definitely need a Savior.
Yep. I got one more for you too. It's 1 Corinthians 4:10, and it reads, we are fools for Mashiach Yahweh Shai's sake, but ye are wise in Mashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but ye are despised.
Yeah, it says we are wise in the whole Shai Mashiach.
Yeah.
Meaning we have knowledge and we know about it. But the wise thing about it is said we are strong in it too. The wise thing about it is we know that we have him to help us.
That's right.
That's a wise thing to understand. Okay? You being wise is calling on his name. That's a very, it would behoove you. When Esau starts coming down like a flood, like it says in Revelation the 12th chapter, to call on the name of the Lord. Because he's going to try to come down on the woman, which is Israel.
And that's the only way that, that's the way the Lord finds his glory, is by putting his men in crazy ass situations. Dire situations, as the brother just said, because the Most High can't receive the glory that he deserves if you in a peaceable situation. Because where's the deliverance? Where's the suspense? The Most High is all about that. So the Most High is going to have you in a suspenseful, dire situation, and the true men of the Lord are going to do what? They're going to praise, they're going to call onto that name for the deliverance. We're those damsels in distress. We're the ultimate damsels in distress, you know? But we have to be in those type of situations to receive deliverance, you know?
This is 2 Samuel 22, verse 19. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but Yahweh was my stay.
So you want to say that, see, Yahweh heard Isaiah chapter 10, but he says Yahweh was my stay. When you go into that word stay, it means to lean upon. Okay? So literally, he leaned upon Yahweh. Alright, go ahead.
He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me.
He delivered me because he delighted in me. Okay? Why did he delight in David? Because he was a man after his heart. Why does he delight in the prophets in his elect in 44? Because we try to follow suit of what David did and how he was, his characteristics. Alright? Because we actually do the work that he bid us to do. Alright? Okay, Dad, you're a good worker. I like you.
Yep.
Therefore, I'm going to deliver you, man.
Yep.
Oh, you're not a good worker. I don't know you. Like the scriptures say in the book of Matthew. I have not known you.
That's right.
You know, and who are you? Everyone who says Lord, Lord shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, because you did the work deceitfully. All right, you did it for your own gain. But we do this for a specific reason, man, to seek salvation, but ultimately to glorify his name, man. That's why we do it. That's why he's happy with us. That's why he will do these things that you did for David in Psalm 2 Samuel 22nd chapter. You see, when he called on his name, he made the earth the tree. He sent that change. He beamed them up out of a bad situation because he said when death can pass, when destruction and calamity can pass, when there's no avenue of escape and you don't know where to go. But he delights in you. Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of there because you were doing what you were supposed to do.
That's right.
So I'm gonna preserve you.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you see. I'm gonna let you see righteousness and glory and gloriousness at the end of the day.
Yeah, because
and I'm gonna show you the downfall of your wicked enemy, and I might that you get a piece of that too, according to Jeremiah 16:16.
Yep.
That's a happy. You should be happy about that.
Yep.
You should be glad that the scriptures say things like that. All right, and just let that sink in. All right, because certain things are gonna happen, but these people out here don't know what the fuck.
And that's why we should rejoice. And that's why we should rejoice, because again, we have the name of the Father, we have the name of the Son. We're getting we got our nationality back, we got this wisdom, we got the fear. We have all those things already, so we should be rejoicing. Because half the world don't have that. 2/3 of you Israelites right here in America don't have the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai on you. So we have it. So we shouldn't be in that death-like spirit. We should be lively, you know? Hey, yep, bring it up. Like Kabash said, though the outward man perishes, the inward man is renewed daily. So we being renewed daily. We shouldn't be in a deaf state of mind. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord. Matter of fact, can I get one scripture? Can you go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 in 17? The death of the living. Wisdom of Solomon 1 in 13. Or you go to 12. Start at 12, actually.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands.
Yeah, and that's we're beyond that. Seek not death in your era. We have Yahweh sent his son, Yahweh Shai, to what? To take away our sins and our transgressions. So we don't have to seek death in our era. We cast that into that righteous sacrifice. Go ahead.
All right, verse 13. For the Most High made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
Who's the living? Who's the only ones on the planet Earth that's living right now? Is the only ones that's living right now on the planet Earth is the men of the Lord. Read that last part again.
All right, verse 13. For the Most High made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction.
See, our power is a living power. The book we read from is a living book. These are living words. We worship a living power. Our power is about us living. We've been dead. Hell, most of us only been in this truth at the most 10 years, but a few years of our life. So if you're 30 years old and you only been in the truth 5 years, hell, most of your life was spent in death. So now you living. You're supposed to be in a rejoicing, happy spirit, man. When you seeing that day coming, what manner of man are you supposed to be in? All right, keep going.
All right, verse 14. For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were helpful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, or the kingdom of death upon the earth.
We're defeating death. Our Savior defeated death, right? Yahweh Shai defeated death. All right, he's the only man to come on the planet Earth and defeat death. He died and rose what was it, the 4th day? The 3rd day, right? So basically, we're in the same spirit, in the same state. We're defeating death. The fact that we have this knowledge shows that we defeated death spiritually. That's why brothers are putting out that spirit that this is spiritual powers we have. When a brother receives this word, you brought another man out to death. Does it not say in Matthew the 10th chapter, the Lord said to go out and heal the lepers, raise the dead, give sight to the blind, and so on and so forth? So we already done came back from the dead. We're not even dead no more. We was dead. We was walking. We were part of those dead bodies in the great city. These people are still dead, but we're alive. Shouldn't it bring rejoice to you? You're living, you know? You're not, exactly.
All right, this is 2 Timothy 1 and 10. But is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who have abolished death and have brought life and immortality to light through the gospel.
True.
So we're made as a brother saying were made, brought to life again through this gospel, right? Through this valley of the dry bones, man. And like the brother was saying, like the scripture was saying, we already have our crown, we just have to hold on to it. And with that, there is no more death, there's no more getting sick, all right, there's no more infirmities, no more sorrow, no more pain, no injuries. All that is going to be gone. Going back to the brother's testimony, the brother Chicago, man, all that stuff is going to be gone. Right now, we have that life in the scriptures, and we're looking forward to better things in kingdom heaven.
Ecclesiastes, Rock 30 verse 22, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thine own life. This is Rock 30 verse 22, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days.
That's right. It says, one more time,
this is Ecclesiastes of Sirach 30 verse 22, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days.
That's right, the joyfulness of man prolongeth his days. So you being stressed out all the time, you being mad, depressed, you know, sad, whatever, you're not prolonging your life. Like the brothers were saying, these words of life, they give you life.
It's comfort.
The Lord gave you a choice between death and life. Now, you being in that sorrowful, whatever mind state, you're lightweight choosing death, man.
That's right.
You know, we skip down to verse 24.
That's right.
This is Sirach 30 verse 24.
And also, if I may say, if you're not in the joy of gladness, you can show all the brothers that you gotta do. Because there's too many scriptures telling us to rejoice. There's too many scriptures telling us to be happy. There's way too many scriptures that telling us that our salvation is real. Hold 2 Corinthians 1:6 right there. Okay? There's too many. The reason I want to bring 2 Corinthians 1 and 6, that's the chapter that says the consolation of salvation.
This is 2 Corinthians 1 and 6. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
Whether you be afflicted is for your consolation and salvation. It says consolation and salvation. That's right. It says whether you be afflicted. So that goes back to Hebrews the 12th chapter of you being chastised. All right? That's us taking L's, but that's us being perfected and our character being good. All right? So reread that part.
All right, this is 2 Corinthians 1 and 6. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
He said whether you be afflicted. Okay? So yes, you're gonna catch some afflictions in this thing. So whether you be afflicted, it's for your own good. That's what he's saying. Because the word consolation, when you go into it, means a calling. Okay? A calling to your salvation. Keep reading, brother.
All right, continuing on, it says, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer.
And it's what's effectual in the enduring. All right? So catching those certain afflictions is what's going to make you hard. You have to endure and go through those in order to get your calling to salvation.
Really, not catching hell or not catching being afflicted is actually, you're really the loser if you're not being afflicted.
All right, continuing on, it says, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
It's for your consolation and salvation.
This is Hebrews 12 verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and not.
Then are you bastards? So if you're just smoothly going through this, and I'm not saying, there's going to be some time frame where the Lord just backs off you because you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's just facts.
Yeah, you're proving yourself to a certain
You're
extent.
proving yourself. All right. So he's like, let me give him, he went through this, he went through that, but he still keeps pushing my name. Then you hold off on him and you go focus on this brother real quick, because he's good right now. All right. He's good right now, you know. But if it's just nothing, you gotta start raising your eyebrow. What am I doing wrong? If you're living too good, I mean, you can, again, I'm talking about living good as in like Esau good, man.
Right.
In the world good. Then you're a bastard to your emotion. And the word bastard means an illegitimate child. Or meaning what? You don't matter. Okay? So go back to get back into that rejoicing, because that's the spirit I want to push. I want to push all the brothers want to push up. The positivity. Be positive, man. Have a smile on your face, man. Salute the brothers with a greedy, hearty salute. Man, what's up, huh? You know, we good, man. You know, we don't got this shit. You know, fuck my job, man. Still don't go to that thing. But I gotta eat, but shit. You know? But at the end of the day, we got the Lord on the side, man. So what you worried about, man? Don't bring those little petty things when you come around the altar. Bring your happiness. Bring your rejoice. We just came out of a feast, the Feast of Dedication. And that's a rejoicing state of mind. The temple was rebuilt. We're building the house and it's being built up again. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Yeah, we can.
This is Ecclesiastes 30, verse 24. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time.
This is Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice.
So that's the second time he said it. He said, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say, rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord. Rejoice in the Lord, and again I say rejoice. Keep going.
Verse 5. Verse 5. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand.
Let your moderation be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. So rejoice evermore, because what? Verse 5 it says the Lord is at hand. But it says let your moderation be known. When you go into that word moderation, it means your gentleness, your humility, yeah, humility. That's what I'm saying. Or your humbleness.
Yeah, humility.
Let that be known to the men. Keep going.
All right, verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto the Most High.
That's right. Let your requests be made known unto the Most High. That's what the scripture says. Be not ashamed to confess thy faults. Force not the course of the river, and Sirach the 4th chapter. Also in what? James the 5th chapter, it says what? Confess thy sins to one to another. So if you confess your sins one to another, to the brother around you, confess it to Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Have your talk with him. Get closer. Have a conversation with the Lord, man. Have that angel bring that conversation that you have up to the Lord, and let him and let the Lord hear that conversation that you're having.
Yeah, this is the time to really be praying.
This is the perfect time.
This is the perfect time.
This is your only time.
Yeah.
This is the grace period, because this is about to come to an end. All right? Salaki, reading that part again, I want to make a point again.
All right, this is Philippians 4:6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication and thanksgiving.
Yes, that's right. It said be careful for nothing. Meaning cast your cares aside. The scripture says cast your burdens. All right? If anything is worrying you in the head, in your mental, on your spirit, let it be known to Yahweh Shai in your supplications. Supplications means your beggings, your prayers. Supplication means to beg. Let it be known, all right? All the Lord is waiting for you to do is admit it.
Yeah.
He already knows what's wrong with you. Just confess it. It's a confession, all right? Sit in that little box. Lord, I got something to say. And say it. The Lord is a help me, help you type person. If you ain't gonna
Closed mouths don't get fed.
If you ain't gonna confess it, then he gonna, I bet. You got it, I guess.
I guess it's not a problem.
I guess it's not a dude. You got it, bro. And let them demons fester up, and next thing you know, you become a record.
Yeah.
You know? Read that First Thessalonians and put your piece up.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 16. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahweh Shah concerning you.
That's right.
This is 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. This is 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
That's right. Put off the weak nature.
That's right.
Being pure. That weak nature is that feminine. We already know that the feminine is not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Put it off. Cast it off. All right? Cast your mortal thoughts off. That's the specific reason why the brother got that. Right? Because what? If you let that hinder you, it's going to weigh you down. The scriptures say don't let your sins weigh you down, man. Matter of fact, get Philippians, the 3rd chapter. I want to say, let me see. All right. Because Paul was speaking about in Philippians 13. Yeah, thank you. The what? 3 and 13.
All right, this is Philippians 3 and 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have.
Start at 12.
Philippians 3 and 12. Not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach.
That's right. That's Paul showing his humility too. Because he said, hey, I ain't saved yet. I haven't been abducted yet. Because being apprehended is being abducted, being beaten up in a chariot, and getting salvation out of a destructive place. He's just saying, hey, I ain't been there yet. But
Right.
Keep going.
All right, verse 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended.
That's right. Again, showing his humility. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. I'm not calling myself an elect. I hope to be one. All right, go ahead.
But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
Forgetting those things which are behind you. That's casting your mortal thoughts. Forget that shit that you used to do, man. You got the name, you got the truth, you're pushing the word. Focus on that.
Yeah.
All right, continuing on, it says, and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Reaching forth unto them things which are before. Don't be Lot's wife. Because she started reaching back onto the there ain't nothing back here. Keep your eye on the prize. He said, in the next verse, he says, mark the prize.
All right, verse 14. I press toward the Lord. All right, Philippians 3 and 14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
Press forward to the mark of the high which is spoken about in Hebrews, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. We are partakers of the heavenly calling. Consider our priest and apostle, our high priest and apostle, Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. Consider means to be attentive, be observant, be cognizant. Okay? So we're pressing toward the mark that Yahweh Shai has for us, according to Sirach, the 51st chapter, the 30th verse. Work your work be times, and his time he will reward you. Okay? You got a piece of that?
This is Romans. This is Romans 9 and 33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh's elect? It is Yahweh that justifies you. Who is he that condemneth? It is Yahweh Shah that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us.
That's right, making intercession for us. Romans 21st verse. I think it's keeping the love And they'll go down to pulling out the fire.
This is Romans 9, verse 34. Who is he that condemneth? It is Yahushua that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us.
Meaning intercession, I mean, he's like, hey, this of my elect, he's good with her. All right? That's what he's doing. He's pulling his elect out the fire. Keep going.
Continue on. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua?
That's right.
Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or broad, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
That's right.
But even though he mentioned all that, he shall separate us. That's why the brother brought out in the second Ezra 14, that no death, no peril, no nothing can come in between us and the Lord. Meaning we put off that weak nature. We put off that feeble spirit. We put on the spirit of a real man, a real Hebrew Israel. Okay? Just bring that out. Switch out.
Go.
All right, this is Jude chapter 1, verse 23. 21. All right, Jude 1 and 21. Keep yourselves in the love of the Most High, looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach unto eternal life. Verse 22. Some have compassion, making a difference. Verse 23. And others say with fear, putting them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh.
That's right. It says pulling them out of the fire, and that's the intercession that Yahushua made those when he made a sacrifice on the cross, man. He was putting himself in the middle.
Yep.
All right, and being the one to give us the salvation. All right. So with that, I'm gonna step down and let the brother get some food.
Yeah, you want to keep reading? You got it, brother. Y'all keep doing. Y'all got it. You got it, brother. Keep going. Y'all, you got to read it.
But yeah, as you know, this is the time of our salvation. This is time for the Lord to come back and save us up out of this wicked kingdom. Because we got what? That fear. We got that drive. We got that fire. Ultimately, we got that faith. Because there's gonna come a time where these devils gonna come down on us. And Jacob's trouble in these last days, man. You read that Revelation 4?
Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, the devil, they know they have a short time.
That's right.
And it's going to come to a point of time where they're going to come down hard on their hopeful elect, man. Because they know that we got to fear the Lord. They know the power of the Hamashiach. So, through that, ultimately, them knowing, well, that goes back to what? Proverbs 83,
Psalms 83.
Well, yeah. Chime. Can you get that right quick? So these devils know what's up, They read these scriptures. They at least understand what's about to happen.
Yep.
That's why they got that, underground bunkers. That's why they got causing. Basically, the Lord, at the end of the day, the Lord ended things up.
Yeah.
And you can see that with this week alone, man. Like a couple days ago, with this group, ICGJC, all right? Esau is using this group to further the persecution of the real saints, man. He's using these guys that sold out. They're looking for lesser charges. Basically, to march on Washington and create this stir.
Yep.
But the scriptures say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know Esau's coming for us, man. So that's why we got to keep in mind these things, like the brothers say, as the scriptures say. We know this devil has a short period of time. That's why the brother Kasha Paul was bringing these scriptures out about rejoicing, man, because we're at the end of this thing, man. We're at the end of Esau's demise. We're at the end of these people walking up and down the streets in wickedness.
Yep.
All right, because if you walk down the street, man, all these people looking forward to do is some type of wickedness, man.
That's it.
All right, we're looking forward to these people out. We're looking forward to the kingdom of heaven where everything dwells in righteousness, man. So all we got to do is hold on and keep doing what we're doing, man. You know?
What the song?
Yeah, this is Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah, it says they that hate thee. Hate who? Israel, you know, as a whole. But especially the local 144 elect. You know?
Yep.
So them coming down with that great wrath, they hate us. The scripture said what? That Esau was a vain person. These devils are base people. That their weapons are carnal.
Yep. I got something.
They have no faith. You can you continue then.
I got something for you real quick. This is Romans 13 and 10. And it reads, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. All right. And like you said, like if they coming out in great wrath with us, that shows you that they hate us. You know, you don't kick in your somebody's door and shoot their babies. If that's not a welcoming, loving call, right there, you know. And that word there for ill in the Greek is Strong's G 2556, and it's kakos, if I'm saying that correctly. And it reads, apparently a primary word, worth or intricately such, whereas referring to deprived or injurious, bad, evil, ill, noisome, wicked. So you wouldn't do any wickedness towards somebody you love, and this devil, he's gonna come down against it because he hates us. You know? That's it. That's it. That's it, because what is he trying to do now? He's trying to push this vibration, like you said, dealing back with those Israelites that went up to Capitol Hill. He's trying to paint us as we're a bunch of racist black supremacists, when everything about these so-called white people is established in hate and racism. All right? When you listen to that, I forgot the guy's name. He played in the war. She's an actor. And he was giving the history of what his parents went through as far as racism here in America. Bill Dukes, that's right. Saying that his parents came from the South where they would do nigger barbecues, have a so-called black man on a roaster. Look, that wasn't one time. It was called nigger barbecues, where they would take a so-called black man and roast him slowly, dehydrate him and cook him, and then take a piece of him. And he was speaking of what was going on with his mother's generation, his mother and father's generation. So 2-3 generations removed, this was occurring on a regular thing. But they want to paint us as the evil ones, the wicked ones, the racist ones, when that's their history, you know?
That's their history, man. And they like to say, oh, forget about it. All right, the scriptures say the Most High requires which is past, man.
That's right.
And that's only like 70, 80 years ago, man. You know, you definitely got a lot to pay for, man. Especially what you did to these people in this chart, man. I mean, that goes into, you know, they're trying to take away slavery at the textbooks.
Yep.
They're trying to say just forget about it, man. That's basically what America is. Just forget about it, deal with it. We gave you Negroes some money.
Right.
All right. We gave y'all a little bit of wealth. Look at Jay-Z. Look at Oprah.
He 34-inch rims. Look.
Yeah. We gave you. The scripture said, "Gift destroys the heart," man.
That's right.
Yeah. Immigration is the one that will destroy the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American neighborhoods, man.
That's right.
Because the neighborhood that we in right now, the black neighborhood does not look like this, man. It is clean. All right, you got little leaves around here or whatever, man. You go to a black neighborhood, it's full of syringes and trash and J's. All right, so you people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have took, all right, this gift in the form of integration, believing that you're equal to this devil when you're actually above this goddamn devil.
That's right.
All right, taking his philosophies and eating it up. That's why you Negroes last week went to them goddamn booths and voted for a Democratic oppressor. All right?
Yeah. Got it.
This is Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
That crafty counsel, you know, they all meet up just to see just to put out that wickedness on our people, man.
That's right. Up.
Through the music, through the food, through the chemtrails in the air. This power that the Lord put over us, that was ordained of the Lord, has to get taken out of power.
That's right. Up.
So the righteous can come back in power, you know? Because it says that what? Romans 13.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of the power. The powers that be are ordained unto the Most High.
Ordained unto the Most High. So we're going to fear the power that put you devils in power to do this to our people. You know? Like I said before, you know, we're not carnal men.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not zealots.
Yeah, come. You know? We're not going to get a Glock thinking in that day, hey, that Glock's going to save us.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of you Hebrew Israelite camps, you in the spirit of that, the spook that sat next to the door. You in that spirit. You think you're gonna start some coup or whatever, and take down this devil like you some Black Dynamite character, some shit, man. All right. No, we're gonna sit back. We're gonna wait ye upon the Lord and trust in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to take down this devil, man.
Because the scriptures say what? The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Who's doing this to our people? You know? These GMOs, chemtrails, have the niggas killing each other.
Yeah, police brutality.
Police brutality. So we're gonna fear the power. Who put that type of power on our people? Who cursed us as a whole? You know?
That's right.
This is Psalms 44, I'm going to start at verse 4. Thou art my king, O Yahweh, command deliverances for Jacob. Verse 5. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. Verse 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. Verse 7. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and have put them to shame that hated us.
And it's going to happen again. It's going to be a great deliverance. You know? Everyone's going to remember the Lord coming back to save his hopeful elect, man. You know? We're going to call him God. We're going to call on thy name. Who? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Only that name is going to get us up out of here. Only that power is going to get us up out of here.
Yeah, like they say, the wisdom Solomon chapter 2 says,
That's right. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. That's right. That counting out that those people. You talking about the guy that used to pick the trash up at the grocery store? He's God's chosen. Are you serious?
yeah.
Him?
Yeah, literate student that was in
The-
third grade.
Him? That's right.
But who put us in that position?
Yeah, I got something for you.
Most High.
Got something for you. This is Isaiah 54 and 17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. You know? So we, you know, so like you said, man, we put our fear in the power that formed all these carnal ass weapons. You know? So the Most High already told us, no weapon formed. Esau, your nukes, all right, your laser beams, you know, your poisons in the air, poisons in the food. Okay? We good. All right? There's plenty of scriptures that these brothers have been bringing out to show you that the Lord got you. If you call on his name in the time of distress, he will deliver you if you believe. All right?
Yeah, beautifully said, bro. You know, continue to keep believing.
That's it.
Whatever they can do, they're not. There's gonna come to a time where these devils are gonna have a chip. They're gonna be doing miracles with the chip. And you're gonna be walking again. Grandma might be in a wheelchair. And one day you might go to her house. Whoa, you walking?
Somebody might die and they put a chip in them and they bring them back alive.
Yeah, you know. That's just the left hand side energy. But we on the right hand side energy. We also do something that's much greater. You know, through faith we can raise someone up out the dead, you know. Without that carnal mindset. You know?
And see, Esau got to do it in wickedness with his laboratories and what was that movie back in a few years ago, The Lazarus Effect. You know, he got to do his witchcraft and bringing back the dead. No, we're going to do it in righteousness, man. Thus say if we be part of that number, the elect will definitely be doing things like that, you know?
Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the of his months so originally, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. This man, AMTV media outlet, he was like, you know, it's going to become a point in time that the elite, the rich, they don't have no need for the rest of the population because they're useless.
Yeah, and it's to that point now. These people are Esau has literally dried out these people, man. He's like that movie that came out with Wesley Snipes, Blade, and you had the vampires, and the vampires in that movie, they metaphorically represented the elite, sucking the blood and sucking the very life out of you. There's no life in these people for him to suck anymore. These people are diseased, they're sickly, they're idiots, right? They're skillless, they're worthless. These people are worthless. Esau has no need for them. So in Esau's mind, he's like, hey, well, shit, let's just destroy 80, 90% of them. Which he didn't get that thought in his own, man. The Yahweh Shemi Awashai put that thought in your head. Scriptures tell you in, was that Jeremiah, the 25th chapter, that the Lord said the slain of the Lord shall be many from one end to the other end of the earth. That's not of you, Esau. You just, you're literally the sword of the Most High. You know?
Mentioned, this is Job 33 and 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, and slumbers upon the bed, then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions. So this is not a thing of the elites, man. All right, they think they're going to get away and check the people, because really they're trying to make you people to cyborgs, man.
Yeah.
All right, just like the movie Demolition Man, all right, RoboCop. They're not making these movies just for your entertainment, man. They're showing you what they're trying to do through this new world order. Yeah. Okay, but the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is programming the wicked, because it mentions in Psalm 16, or Proverbs 16, the Lord has created all things, even the wicked. Okay? So the Lord has created, what you people don't understand is, he has created a wicked race on the face of the earth, who is the face of chaos and destruction, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay? Now, with that being said, there are some Israelites who look like so-called white people, but their lines goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But we're talking about the Edomites, all right? The harbingers of death, man. Yeah. You even see it on your local day-to-day, like the Brother Pula group text yesterday. We had these two Edomites drinking blood. Who in the hell wants to drink blood, man? They don't put people in this chart. We don't do that, man.
Yeah, that's not us, man.
That's not us. That's the wicked, man. All right, so Esau, he has his appointed time where he can get his wickedness off, man. But that point is coming to an end, man.
Done. Yeah, man, that's off. You know, that's not what we do.
Man.
You know, we are kings and priests. We represent ourselves. Basically, we represent the Lord, man. So we do all things are of the Lord. You know?
Yeah. Strive to be righteous.
Yeah, come. You were not doing that.
Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Yeah, but there is that great temptation. You know, are we servants of the Lord? Don't we believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua?
That's right.
Just like the brother brought out, you know, we're stressing in dreams and visions. We can see what we having dreams, visions and of chariots, you know, of the downfall of this place, you know, of the nuclear missiles. So we know what's to come. So we're going to keep serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, trusting Him.
That's right.
Verse 2. "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble."
Yeah, don't be too quick, you know. Just be patient and pray. If you need help, that's why you got the Bible, you know.
All right, verse 3. "Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end."
Yeah, depart not away. I'm not away from who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you know. The only way you can be departed from him is if you been over this world. You been followed, you been like a nigga, like these niggas, you know. If you be basically that wild grape, you know, a brute beast out here smoking, just doing folly, you know.
All right, verse 4. All right, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate."
That's right.
Take it cheerfully. Be patient. When thou art at a low estate, we're already low. You know? Most of us are finished. But we still enduring. But we still pushing.
Jake was in the world eating cereal with water, and then they come in the truth and catch some hell, and now it's all the Lord's fault. Nigga, you've been finished all your life, man. Just be, man. You know?
Because here it is, it might be a part of that number. And we're finished. That's why it's important to fear the Lord.
Yeah, you know, your mom, a lot of us, our parents was late on their bills. You know, a lot of us, we got bad credit because of our parents. But now because you catch it, now that you know why you catching hell, it's unbearable now. Bro, just take it. You know, drink it. You know, scriptures tell you that that it was sweet in your mouth but it was bitter in your stomach, man. All right, if somebody told you, hey, I can give you this 3-ounce serving of medicine, it'll cure every disease and cancer in your body, but it's nasty as hell, what, you not gonna drink it? Or nah, I'm just gonna deal with, I just keep AIDS. But that's what our people do.
Yeah.
Our people, that's their mentality.
Yeah.
You know?
2/3 of our people want the easy route, man. They want to live their life the best life. All right, and you know that bullshit they talking about the rabbis, man. But us that's in this truth, like you mentioned earlier, man, we rather go through the trials and tribulations right now than once we fall the whole earth, man.
Hey.
The Lord got
Some hellified shit coming.
ways to die out here, man. Okay?
Yeah.
It's about time for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get your shit right, man. Because, man,
It's coming.
the Lord got all manner of types of death, man. He got the sword Esau. Okay, he got these other nations. And he got these jakes out here, these sons of Belial out here, man. These jakes out here. Yeah, these jakes out here, man. It's all types of wickedness, man. The Lord got the issues of death belong to the Lord, as it mentions in Psalm 68. So it's imperative to come back to the Lord before it's all too late.
That's right. That's why we're in the process of killing off the flesh, because our people, they're driven by the flesh.
Yeah.
So when all hell breaks loose, and really all you have to lean on is the spirit, they're not going to have that.
Yeah.
So all they're going to do is resort back to full out carnality.
Yeah.
These women, all right, these just in general, you know, they're going to be carnal as hell. They're going to sell their children for food. They're going to prostitute their daughters in that day for literally an hour extension of their life. They're going to sell out their own families. All right, this is what the times we're entering into. That's why we got to, you know, cut off the dead, not trying to be friends with the world. You know, put your strength in the spirit, put your strength in the body, doing the work. Because like the brother's saying, that's the times that we're coming into. These 2/3 all hell is going to be on their ass. And they're not going to react in a spiritual sense where it's like, oh man, yeah, the Lord, there's a power out there that's messing me up right now. Let me humble down. The 1/3 will, you know, but these niggas, man, it's going to make them be more animals. The more hell that come out here, they're going to do more hellified shit, man. Prostituting their children out, you know? That's it.
That's why Lord has a special day for you niggas. A very, very special day. Dedicated to you. You get
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. Come. Verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near.
See, that shit like that, that's not happening in the near future, man.
Yeah,
two so-called white people just walking down the street holding hands, having a good wholesome moment, man. You know, just what's the problem? You know, that's coming to an end. Again, that should bring a fire to you, man. Tired of seeing these crackers just walking around like as if judgment ain't on their ass.
They're walking as if they don't know, which they don't.
They need to be putting on sackcloths and lamenting. They need to be doing that. We supposed to be taking off like the brother went into, taking off that garment of our mourning garments, man. That's how you know they proud, man. Judgment is on their ass. Look at Paradise, California, man. Paradise, California looks like hell.
Looks like the bluff.
Yep. All through Malibu, all them devils, they losing their houses, man. That's right.
The Lord is coming back. You know he's coming back. He want to strip us up out of this place. He want to take you devils out of power. You know?
The two faggots coming out of the alleyway, man.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasted greatly.
It's near. It's coming. For you carnal niggas.
Yep.
For you heathens, man. It's coming.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord. A mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Come, all you celebrities. You want to be strong niggas.
Yep.
You hard niggas. You blood crip niggas. You know? Y'all gonna be crying there bitterly. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the scriptures. You know?
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation.
Yeah, it didn't say a day of holding hands. It didn't say
Strolling through the park.
It didn't say a day of going to GameStop, getting your favorite game, taking your girl out. Time. It said a day of distress, a day of wrath and tribulation. And that day is gonna come, and it's gonna come hard. You know? You continue.
Like a Mack truck.
Verse 15. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city.
Yes, because these cities are going to be fenced. You know, martial law. There's going to be alarms out here in the street. It's going to be curfew. They will come with you with the AK-47s and the guns while you niggas living your best life.
Ain't nobody ever touched America.
That's right.
America has never been touched, so it's considered fenced off. But like I said, they're going to fence it to where they're going to attack you.
That's the irony of it. When you talk to these people here in America, you know, they have this proud bravado about them that, oh, man, can't nobody mess with us. We have the top military. We're unstoppable. They have this, we're unstoppable spirit, you know? But lo and behold, the attack's gonna actually come from within. It's gonna be the very government that they so-called trust in is gonna actually be the one that's gonna do the attacking against them. You see? See, we just seeing all matters of folly coming up. It ain't gonna be none of that. And when Esau shut this city down, it ain't gonna be no skateboarding up and down the streets. You know? For what? Why are they going to do that? Matter of fact, can I get a scripture if you don't mind? Can you go to 2nd Ezra, was that 2nd Ezra 15 and 13, I believe? They should desire. Yeah, FEMA, what does FEMA represent? FEMA is management agency. And they work hand in hand with what? The Department of Homeland Security, which Homeland Security deals with internal affairs. Why are they buying billions? Why is the Department of Homeland Security buying billions of hollow point tip bullets and RFID chips? Why? What destruction are they not participating or anticipating to occur within the bounds of America? All right, you got that in 2nd Ezra? No. 2nd Ezra was it 15 and they shall desire to go into a city. I think there's like 13.
Let me start at verse 15.
Done.
14. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Yep.
Swords in their hands.
That goes into that martial law, because it's gonna get so bad out here that the federal government is gonna have to step in and shut these cities down, man. All right, you're gonna be mad. The people are gonna be mad. What did Gerald Celente say? When a man loses everything he has and has nothing else to lose, he loses it. And that's what time we're in. See, you Edomites, like the brother Kashakwala was going into, these curses is being lifted up off of us and falling on you Edomites. And you devils, you can't handle stress, heartache, distress. That's not in your making, you know? So as these curses, as you feel these curses coming on, you're gonna be distressed, man. You're gonna be wanting to fight back. That's why these devils, we always share stories where these devils will come up to us and talk about the RFID chip and things happening, because why? They're feeling this distress coming on them. They're feeling martial law. They're feeling the distresses of what else? The fires in California. They can't sustain themselves. You know, I think the USA Today had an article come out that 67% of these jobs can't even maintain a middle class living. 67% of all jobs in America are worthless. That means you got about another 25, 27, 30%, 25 to 30% worth of jobs that are okay. And that's here and there that the majority of you people do not have access to. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna you're gonna get mad at your financial situation. You're gonna get mad at the fact of the price of fuel, price of food is going up, healthcare is going up, and you're gonna strike back. Keep going.
It says that in the next verse. It says, for there shall be sedition among men.
And you see that arising, sedition, the rising up against the government. Why? People are waking up to the fact that it's all bullshit, right? I think a few years back, Esau wanted to write into law forcing the U.S. citizens to vote, making it a law that you have to vote. That goes to show you when you gotta make it mandatory for you to vote, that shows you that people are waking up to the fact that it's bullshit. So people are gonna wake up to it. The powers that be, they're the problems. Donald Trump's at fault, okay? The federal government, your local state senators, they're the face of this system, aren't they? All right,
even the church leaders, man.
That's it. Yep.
Where the people go to in the face of camp, they go to church.
Yep.
So they're gonna be looking at these T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteens, and Joyce Myers. Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
We gave you all this money. You can't give us the answers, man.
Cause remember in Purge, was that Purge election? In the movie where they had all those different individuals, I think they had the senators, and he was hung up in front of the I think it was the Capitol or whatever. People want to release their anger on who matters. And the main place where this anger is going to be released to is these so-called white people, starting with their politicians, starting with their leadership, starting with their police force, starting with all the things that's been used to maintain them. That's going to be the first strike of action. All right, keep going. Yep. Yeah. They gotta say it's them. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
All right, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Martial law.
In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Invading one another, because at the end of the day, Esau has the technology, Esau has the might, but Esau don't have the numbers. There's way more people in America than that's why they gotta buy the millions of however amount of hollow tip bullets, the coffins. They gotta use the pestilence. You know, the CDC around. They gotta use these things because the numbers. See, when these people wake up to the fact that this government is against them, they're gonna fight. It's the only right, especially these crackers, right? Because why? They understand their rights. They understand I have a right to bear arms. I have a right to privacy. I have a right, all right, to fight against the government. They understand their rights. And they're gonna fight to keep those rights. It was him. If people, he said, if people understood how rich the rich were, they would be right. No, that wasn't him. That was him. That was an Edomite that said that. Chris Rock said something similar to that. Something to the extent, but if people understood what was going on, that they would be rioting in the streets. You know, finish that up, and we give it back to the brother.
This is verse 17. 2 Ezra 15:17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Martial law. Martial law. When these cities get shut down, you're not going to be able to leave Atlanta. You're not going to be able to just prance out of Atlanta and flee to Tennessee.
That's trouble for the black woman, man. Black woman love to travel.
Yep.
She's going to be bugging out that big too.
That's why a lot of you black women, you're going to be being put to death on the first people to get shot down, you know, is going to be the black woman, man. Because she talks too goddamn much. She don't know how to keep her mouth shut. So when it's the green light to kill, all right, she gonna be one of the first ones to get shot down.
The man won't get back, you know. Yeah. And she shall be trodden down.
That's right, Doc.
Verse 17, and I will bring distress upon men that they should walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Most High. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
So all this money you have, all this fame and corner glory that you have,
Yeah.
ain't gonna be shit in that day.
The silver and gold market, it's going to be obsolete. Just like the flood came, he said the people, money and trading was not an issue down there. It was all about who had guns and who they were going to rob. Man, if you have protection, that's really it. Food is the main commodity that you need.
Because gold and silver is still fiat currency. It's a currency that you accept it to be the money, you know. But what happens with the gold in that day and age? You still got to have a system of regulating it, policing it. Because basically, I have to say, if I have gold and you got food, it has to still be a policing thing to happen where I can trust that, you know, basically we can, when I stick my hand out to accept, you know, you can accept what I have, and it's not thievery. But in that day, man, listen, if you got what I want and I got the means to take it, fuck that trading shit. Why would I give up what I have to get what you got when I can just take it from you?
It should be a fair exchange, but like going back to the scripture, people gonna be ravaging each other's houses, taking what they want, because the power of the sword is gonna be the top thing, the value.
That's right.
person who can protect is the Lord. You know? Not your guns, not your chariots, your modern day cars.
Yeah.
None of that. You're gonna be dead. Just like the scripture say, what? Dung in the street.
Yeah.
You know?
People gonna step on you.
Stepping on you and everything,
You
man.
see dung on the ground. In other words, people. That's how these people's bodies gonna be. Plus the smell and the fumes from the deceased bodies.
Fire.
All the toxins. Yeah, man.
Animals feasting. The scriptures say that the Lord promised to feast to the flocks of the air, bird. You're gonna be traveling and seeing, you know, birds and coyotes and things eating on his dead flesh.
And ultimately, you know, you people deserve it. Just like in the book of Matthew, I think it's the 24th chapter or the 25th, where it said, let his blood be on our hands.
Yeah.
You know?
You asked for it.
You said what? Y'all said, hey, let his blood be on our hands. Well, y'all got it. Y'all got it coming.
Yeah. Ask and you shall receive.
Y'all minds up. Yeah, go to the Louis Vuitton store. Go get your little Versace. Go get your gold chain. Go get your diamonds. Go eat your steak and alone, whatever the hell you call it.
Yeah.
You know? Enjoy your life. You know? That he's gonna show you his power. Now the blood's gonna come at you. You know?
All right, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15:5 and 6. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the earth, upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
We can so slowly see that, man. You know? Look at Italy, look at Venezuela. You know? Other areas across the world.
Yeah.
These things are happening right before your eyes, but you people still not getting it. You know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. You got all these countries positioning, all right, themselves to go to war against the United States, and you people don't see it, man. You don't see the tanks down there in Mexico being set up.
Right.
You don't see Russia joining up with these Latin countries, man, like
Yeah, it's on
Venezuela.
YouTube.
Okay.
Thank you. Just
Y'all
looked
don't
up
see it,
Twitter.
man. All y'all see
It's
is
GMS
the
Atlanta.
blitz
I'll show you real quick our page.
of America, man. And I'm gonna continue on to verse 6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Like we just mentioned, man. You had a lesbian walking down the street holding
This is our
hands,
page.
and then
GMS
next,
Atlanta.
2 minutes
Bye.
later, actually,
And there's GMS Atlanta.
sodomites walking down the street.
Yeah, I saw him at the street.
So
Yeah.
wickedness
Thank you.
has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. The point to where America legalizes gay marriage in 2015, and then what happens? Italy accepts it. Europe accepts it. Now to the
Switzerland,
point,
all the
Switzerland. Now to the point in 2018, India accepts it. All right. So the fornication of America has spread on to these other countries, man. And that's why the Lord has to bring around destruction of this place, man. Because it's about to get a whole lot worse, man. They're about to legalize pedophilia, bestiality. Okay, all these are in the books, man. All right, you got child trafficking going on right now, where you can just walk down the street and you got motherfuckers in the truck taking your children, man.
That's real.
That's the type of world that we live in
No,
right now.
yeah, that sounds creative, but that's real. There was a story where basically there's people riding around here in Atlanta in school buses pretending to be picking up kids to take them to school, and there's literally a bus stealing kids for sex trafficking. This is happening. This is the world we live in. You know, you had a case in Cobb County, some brute nigga on the loose.
Yep.
That's out here sexually assaulting men and women. This is the world we live in. But we're the crazy ones because we want to get the hell up out of here, man. All right? You got it, bro.
You know? And you, like I said before, you niggas deserve it. You know? Because we know through faith, if we keep enduring and keep it up, keep the diligence, we're good.
That's right, Doc.
You know? Just like the brother Coach Paul said before, we already got our crowns. Just don't let no man take it. We're good. You know? Yeah, come. You know? Come. Yeah, go ahead, Bernardo.
It's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wanders out of the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead.
Y'all wonder way back, you know, in the old days, in the ancient days. Yahweh was walking on earth, doing miracles. Hey, I'm the Son of Man, you know. He set up his disciples, his prophets. They was all glorifying Yahweh by Shem Yahshua, but you guys denied it, you know.
Right.
You guys rejected it. That's why you guys are getting rejected today.
Yeah. Hosea 4 and 6.
Con, yeah. One more time to walk the shop.
Verse 16, the man that runneth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the
Yeah,
dead.
that's why you guys are continuously to be dead, you know?
Yep.
You guys have no life in you. Walking around smoking fucking cigarettes, you know? That's why you guys still dead. Here it is, the Lord set us up to tell you guys to come back and start doing the wicked things you're doing. But you guys just don't care, you guys don't get it, you know? Because you guys rejected him before.
All right, this is John chapter 4, verse 44. For Yahushua himself testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country. And that's what you see what happening now, man. Right here, give you the word of the Lord. All right, it's obvious that we're the prophets, because these other Israelite camps, they ain't out there. Here it is, just like 50-something, man. These niggas ain't out here.
Yeah.
All right.
And if they are out, they teaching
They
bullshit.
teaching bull crap. All right, teaching folly. Teaching malarkey, man. Here it is. We're telling you, like the brother said, we're telling you to come back. Stop smoking cigarettes. Stop smoking weed. Stop committing adultery. Stop being lesbians. Stop being homosexuals. Okay? But you don't, because, man, I love these people, man. Basically, you give us no honor because you look at us like a bunch of niggas on the street corner talking shit. But we'll see in that day when Jacob's trouble comes, and then you're gonna wonder where the hell them guys went at, man. So this is your time to get while the getting is good, man. But we know 2/3 of y'all are gonna scoff, all right, and talk shit while you go up the street. Oh, who's those guys on the street corner? Them niggas ain't talking shit. Okay, we'll see about that in that day, man.
Con, that's why I'm glad you brought that point out. We get that Ezekiel 33 and 33.
Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. When this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then should they know that a prophet has been among us.
Then you people will know a prophet has been amongst you. Once all these things come to pass. You know, you see your mom and your daughter getting murked in the streets. You see your daughters getting raped. You big, bad, buff dudes just crying, you know?
Yeah.
Bitterly crying, broke, hungry. When this great famine hit America, you know, and the famine of the world, you guys will know, man,
Earth spirit out of the earth.
time. Y'all gonna be like, man, you know, we should have did this, we should have did that, we should have listened. Yeah, we should have learned the name, you know?
Yeah, Jake going through some tough times, but you know, Jake can be content too. Everywhere we go, we're content.
Scriptures say they trust in oppression.
Yep, they trust no pressure. Isaiah chapter, well, not
Isaiah
Isaiah,
30.
Isaiah 30 times. The Lord said, the son, trust not in oppression.
Yeah, and the scripture also says, trust not your enemy. Okay, if you're trusting in your enemy, you're trusting in oppression. Because your enemy is the people that's oppressing you.
Yep.
You know?
Having to pay bills, having to work on a job, get health. You're forced to get health insurance without even being sick to your knowledge. So they just take your money, and then when it comes time, say for instance you lost your job, and money ain't coming in. So you gotta pay this copay.
Yep.
They don't even get to your medicines and diagnosis information on time when you really need it.
That's it.
It's a long way line for people with neuropathy, all type of diseases. But it's still those people believe in oppression.
They don't know no other way.
Because here it is, you know, these other nations, they got their own religion. They believe in their power. But Israel don't know their power. That's why you continuously be dead, you know?
Yep.
That's why you're still wandering out in the streets. That's why most of you women are sluts and whores, man. That's why most of your men are basically the modern day bitch. You know? having your woman rule over you, etc., man. You can bring that up.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox smells his owner, and his ass is master's friend. And Israel does not know, my people did not consider.
Y'all never consider. Y'all don't know.
Still don't.
We're here to tell you who your power is. You know?
All right, verse 4. All sinful nation and people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, that have forsaken the Lord, that have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backward.
People are gone away backwards. You know? He provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. He's mad. He's coming back in wrath. When he come back, you're not going to meet him as a man.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back in a higher power, you know, and from another dimension to blow this place out the face of the earth, you know.
Yeah, even on a small scale, like we just mentioned, this sodomite that's going around raping men and women. All right, you want to live that lifestyle, then the Most High is going to deliver you unto that lifestyle, man. You want to be a big boy faggot, all right? Just like here it is. This is got to be Sodom, Atlanta, Georgia. All right, full of you sodomites. All right, you want to be a nation full of evildoers, the Lord is going to show you how evil he can bring that pain to you, man. He's going to send a sodomite here to brutally rape you. And that's just a preview, man. In Jacob's trouble, man, men are going to be getting raped out here. Okay? Women are going to be getting raped out here. Children. All right? And that's only the beginning of what's the terror of the Lord, man. But you want to keep doing your wickedness. You want to live your life the best life. All right? You want to eat abominable foods. You want to worship false gods. Here it is. You do all types of wickedness, and then we just pray to Jesus on Sunday. It don't work like that, man.
Yep.
Like this one woman that said about Chicago, people want to protest when the police do something, but so-called black on black crime can't come cry.
Oh, you niggas ain't shit, man.
Or Jake will, these same people that will protest police brutality are the same Jakes that celebrate rappers pushing that vibration of selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know, you listen to these niggas' songs, it's destruction.
Yeah.
But you'll celebrate a Gucci man that calls himself the trap god, you know, talks about selling in the manufacturing and in the selling of drugs to his community. But then you got a problem when niggas get killed, when you celebrate death.
Yeah. People celebrate death, man.
I got something real quick.
I want to say, like,
go ahead.
The scriptures mention that the music shall be brought low. Oh, Jake, you be at work, or you in your day-to-day, it's always some Jake with headphones talking about, I got the chocolate, all this other bullshit. But then you get mad when this devil goddamn shoots your black ass down. But y'all shooting each other down. Y'all going around, I got the chopper, I got the AK-47. Man, that's being hypocritical, man.
That's it.
So basically, all you 2/3 are hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nigga shit, and trap music.
Get Romans 6:23.
This is Romans 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
Yeah, so that lifestyle that you've been living, it comes with a cost. And the cost of it all is death. You know? Matter of fact, when you go to Amos 5
John, this is Romans 6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
And that's what we're here for, man. We're here to receive eternal life. You know? That's why we established the law. You know? But for the rest of the nation of Israel, you're going to experience death because you still want to be in that death state of mind. Being a homosexual is a death lifestyle. Worshiping idols, death. okay, eating these poisons, death. Matter of fact, whatever you want to throw in the mix of this lifestyle outside of the heritage of the Israelite is death. All right, this is living. All right, now read that in Amos.
Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah, it goes to you bootleg Christians. You know, they all think they all have this idea they got a ticket to heaven. You know, which to 2/3 of our people that are in that madness, they do got a ticket to heaven. Romans the 9th chapter. All right, because there is one. Or Romans the 11th chapter. Romans the 11th chapter. All right, but they got to die on this side to receive it. See, the majority of our people, they just got to die.
Yeah.
That's why the Spirit is like, there's no point in being mad at them. You know, the mercy is they just got to die, and they'll come back through the loins of the elect, and they'll be right.
Yeah.
Right? Keep going.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Well, if you listen to these other camps, these other Israelite camps, they desire the day, but they don't teach of the bad that's coming. They don't speak of Jacob's trouble. They don't speak of a time that's never been. They don't speak of the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. They don't speak of that Revelation 12:12. They don't speak of none of those things.
Yeah.
So woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord too. Because what preparation have you done in the Spirit for? Keep going.
As if a man did flee from a lion.
So imagine a man, all hell is out in these streets. You know how hard it is to get away from a lion? It's damn near impossible. But you perform the impossible and you get away from that lion. What happens? Keep going.
And a bear met him.
A bear. A bear actually might be harder to get away from than a lion.
Yeah.
Because you lucky enough to get away from that lion, but then bears will be waiting for you. Bears can climb trees. Bears are relentless on the hunt. They can swim. They can run, they can swim, and they can climb trees. You ain't getting away from a bear. You might get away from that lion, you know, but then you ain't gonna get away from that bear. But let's just say you hypothetically could get away from that bear. Keep going.
Or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall and a circle built.
So that's the metaphorically, when judgment is on your ass, it's on you. So your sinful life is going to bring about judgment that's going to pursue you like Predator, man. Like how Predator was on in any of those movies we're dealing with Predator. How Predator is relentless.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Yep.
Mighty one. Nah, dude, if he went for the makers of Hollywood, man, Predator.
Yep. Yeah, it was Danny Glover defeated him, right?
Yeah.
See, there had to be that Jake. And then there was the one where Lawrence Fishburne was in. I forget which one that was. They put the people on the island, on that planet. They put them on the planet with the predator, and the predator hunted them. It's just like that. It's literally like the Most High is going to release them angels, those death angels onto the planet Earth. Hey, shalom, man. And you ain't gonna get away. All right, keep going.
Should not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark?
Very dark. This is the times that we're coming into. But again, it's gross darkness. But again, what does the scripture say? That we are a light in that gross darkness. So yeah, the Most High is going to bring very dark times, but then we want that. All right? We're going to rejoice in the downfall of this place, man.
That's right.
All right? We're going to rejoice when all hell is on you people, man. You deserve it. Everything that you do is wicked. Okay, the only ones that's living a somewhat righteous lifestyle is the men of the Lord. Matter of fact, drop that and go to 1 John 3. It's on at the top. All right, because everybody else lives is born in sin. They're not forgiven for their sins. All right, but the elect are. All right, and we pray that we be part of that number. All right, 1 John 3, John the 3rd chapter.
1 John chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High.
Yep.
Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Yeah, the world knoweth us not because it knew him not. This world doesn't know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why you got a shitload of our people still calling on Jesus Christ. If they knew who they were and they knew the Lord, they would know the first thing that his name's not Jesus. Right? But they don't know the Lord. Why? Because really the Lord don't want them to know him. It's just that simple. All right, keep going.
Verse 2. Beloved, now we the sons of God, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be.
Yep.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Yep, we shall be like him. See, we're being persecuted right now, right? But in the time when the Lord appears, we're going to be glorified. So what? Read that part again. Read it again from the top.
Verse 2. Beloved, now we the sons of God, and it doeth not yet appear what we should be.
What we should be. The priests, the kings, the rulers, the gods. They don't appear that way. We look like we're a bunch of lowlifes, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. That's the ultimate Cinderella story. Rags to riches. We're gonna go from being, because when you look at that story of Cinderella, what happened? Cinderella was the one that was she was being persecuted by her sisters. She was beat up. Remember the sisters? They were like, "Nah, you can't come to the party."
Yeah.
But then what happened? That transformation occurred. She went from being a raggedy maid to the one being desired by the king. Then the king accepted her. He accepted her in her glorious way, and he accepted her the very next day when he found out that she was just kind of peasant. But that's how the world sees us. They see us as peasants. They don't see the royalty in it. But again, it doesn't matter. What if some believe not? Does that make the word void? God forbid. Keep going.
But we know that when he shall appear,
What do we know? We know Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with us through his spirit, because we understand. We know that the Lord is dealing with us because we understand the words that are in this book. We understand that the Lord is dealing with us because why? We come out here faithful, week in and week out, pushing this word. Throughout the week, we're pushing this word. We're making our election sure. Okay, that's what we know. Keep going.
we shall be like him.
Like him. All right, does not say in Romans 8 and 16 through 17 that we're joint heirs unto to Mashiach Yahweh Shai? Matter of fact, get that real quick. Get Romans 8 and go to 17. We know these things. Why? Because we have faith in it. Lord. Romans 8 and 17.
Now, this is Romans 8 and verse 17. And if children, then heirs of the Most High.
Heirs.
Oh, slop. Let me reread that. This is Romans 8 and 17. And if children, then heirs.
And what's an heir? An heir is someone like one that has an inheritance, an heir to the throne. Basically, the throne is waiting on you. You're not working for the throne. Basically, the throne is already established for you. Even this, this is called a love of labor, and it's a work. But it's really not a work. It's not really that. It's already, the scriptures speak of foolishness of preaching.
Yeah.
We're just going through the motions. The elect is already established. That's what we're reading in 1 John the 3rd chapter. Keep going.
Kind. Heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yep.
If so be that we suffer with him.
And we're suffering now. That's what we're going into. The fact that we're not looked at as who we truly are. Princes of the power, Israelites. Hell, if we're not, if God forbid we not are part of the elect, we're still Israelites. The kingdom is, we're still Israelites. These people still don't look at us like what we are. Mm-hmm. That's why when every news article that comes out, what do we gotta do? We gotta be the black Hebrew Israelites. They can't acknowledge us as Hebrew Israelites. And that's racism is in itself too.
Yeah.
You tell who the hell are you to tell me who I am? That's the proudness of these devils, man.
And these devils will change our identity, but we don't have rights to actually attach ourselves to who we truly are. They the ones that call us black. They the ones that call us African American. These are all make-believe names, man. Negro. That shit, those names don't really mean nothing. But truthfully speaking, Israel, Yasha Allah, princes of the power. They don't want us to be princes. They don't want us to be kings. We call ourselves by our noble titles, priests, kings, all right, royal majesty. Because at the end of the day, they want you to feel like you're a goddamn nigga, man.
Yeah, you a low scum nigga. You ain't shit. Your mother ain't shit. Your father ain't shit. That's what they want you to believe. We here to refresh the spirit of the fact that you're princes of the power, man. Yep. Keep going.
And it says, the children, the heirs, of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua Mashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
So that's what we're going to receive, the glory. All right, we're going to receive the glory that Mashiach Yahushua is promised because we're suffering right along with him. The rest of the world ain't suffering with Yahushua. These people ain't considering the suffering for their Lord. Our people are selfish. Our people don't give a damn about the next Israelite. They're all about themselves. That's why they live a life of sin. Our women are selfish. That's why they're lesbians. How I feel. Our men are homosexuals. Those two lifestyles are some of the most selfish lifestyles you can live because you're not in the spirit of being fruitful and multiply. You're not thinking about your nation. You're thinking about what sickness, reprobate spirit you have. Feed the lust of the flesh. That lust doesn't have anything to do with the nation of Israel, your nation. When you go out and you commit and you have an abortion, you're not thinking about the nation. Our people are nation-minded.
Your whole thing is
our people are slave-minded. On the levels, hey, on the levels we learn every day is like, God damn, our people are really slaves, man. That's why they got a job.
Yeah, and even the poor mentality. The reason why people are truly poor is not really, even if the finances are the outward, but truly it's internally, man.
Yeah.
Our people are just truly mentally poor. They think low, which in turn makes them actually, their whole lifestyle revolves around just poverty. You know, they're poverty players. Like you see Jake in the hood, and you can tell they up to no good. They just two bits, you know, they all they want to do is rob, steal, and kill. And of course, the so-called white man designed it that way. But this is the way out. This is the key. This is the truth. This is the light. We shining the light, proclaiming it openly, but our people still don't want to hear it. And that's how we know that it's going to be an election, and it's a chosen and it's an unchosen. It's a divide and run.
Simple.
Simple as that.
You got what you say.
The lines of figures, when you really think about it, even on the fact of homosexuality and lesbianism, they really don't give a fuck about themselves.
No.
At the end of the day, subconsciously, they've been so beaten down and oppressed and depressed by the so-called white man who's the Edomite that they don't even give a fuck about themselves. You don't fucking care about yourself if you're sticking your rod in another man's ass.
Period.
Straight like that. If you don't care about yourself if you're not being fruitful and multiply, and when you put that all along the way down, put it all in one spot, it makes it to look like they don't give a shit about the whole nation, and that's a fact.
And that's why they gotta die. That's why they have to die. All right. Scriptures speak about make not Gordon or the daughters of Zion. When you're a woman and you decide to lay on your back and you got five to 10 men in your cell phone at one time that's blowing your back out throughout the month, you don't care about yourself.
Yeah.
That's self-hate.
That is a high form of self-hate when you don't value yourself. You just let any literally Tom, Dick, and Harry lay down with you. You don't care about yourself. And through the spirit, we men, we've been in situations where we dealt with these harlot-ass type of women.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the most depressing kind of sex you could have.
Yeah, it is.
When you have sex with a woman that don't love herself, she's literally just like, I'm just here. She literally lays there, no energy. She just lets you just bang her out until you come.
Yeah.
That's not life.
But the scriptures refer to our people as brute beasts at this point. Right?
Yeah.
They don't have no love for one another. Truthfully speaking, like even the love style the spirit of love in our nation is done, man.
Yeah.
Which is prophecy. Scripture says that the love of many shall wax cold. And this is truly the only beacon of love. This is the only beacon of hope.
Yep.
This is the only beacon of life. All right, Yahweh shall say, you shall know my servants by the love that they have for one another.
That's right.
Outside of us, we know that there's nothing out there, man. That's why we don't try to search and figure out what's going on in this pocket of people. We don't try to go to the hood and recreate the hood, build up and give out care for.
It's stupid.
It's not going to get us anywhere. This is what's truly going to get us out of this captivity so that we can actually redeem our nation. Because this is like you're speaking about the selfish. This is the opposite of selfish. This is for the whole nation. Even us cussing Jake out and getting on Jake, getting on the women, those are acts of love. That's compassion. When you cuss somebody out and you get on them, that's truly the spirit of love. You wouldn't have that type of emotional zeal and fervor to get on somebody aggressively if you didn't have any type of emotion. So that shows that we truly have the spirit of love.
What's the scripture say? An open rebuke is better than songs of fools, man.
Yeah, I got a precept.
Secret love.
You got your precept.
All right, this is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which is seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, our people, our people. That's how you know the Israelite from the heathens, because our people genuinely are looking for answers on what's the meaning of life, self-knowledge, as they like to call it. But it's not for them. All right, that knowledge is only for a remnant, and the elect, and the rest of you are blind. So you're just out here, and you just. It's like basically, imagine your lights get cut off, and you ain't got no power in your house, but you get up and you trying to get to the kitchen. So you bouncing around the house. You can't see that there's a toy bike in the middle of the hallway, just tripping over shit. Those stumbling blocks the Lord put in front of our people, man. You know? Any more to that?
All right. It says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber.
Our people are asleep. Our people are like on a deception. Our people are like in a dream within a dream within a dream. You trying to wake a nigga up, you gotta wake him up you gotta wake him up literally out of 3 heavy dreams. Yeah, that was the third one, right? It was limbo, like. And what happened when you was in that space? The time didn't exist, nothing exists. Like you said, in that movie they showed you the woman, she was bugged out. She couldn't tell reality from fantasy anymore. That's why when she went in the movie, she did what? She was like, we just gotta go back to what it was. And she jumped out of the hotel room and she killed herself. That's our people. Our people are in a this is one part of the dream, which you physically see. Like the scriptures speak about heaven. This is one realm of the heaven that our people are stuck in, which is our hell, really. Then they stuck in an internal fantasy world that these people live in. See, this is hell. Then you got our own people that you got men that think they're women. That's another level of hell in their mind.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't do nothing with it.
They just deep in the pit, man. Because on the outside, they don't have any type of educational growth. They don't see anything that's truly of value or worth. So they just follow that which is worthless. That's their whole mentality. Ignorance is bliss. Scripture speak about that following the multitude to do evil. Because they don't see the good. They don't understand truly, like, damn, it's actually righteousness that I can follow, and if I proceed this path, there's a kingdom that's going to actually, that awaits me in my nation outside of this poverty. They don't believe none of that, man. They're like, we at this point where we got to get it how we live. But see, the truth is, this is reality, and this whole world is fantasy.
Yeah, basically.
When we speak about spiritual power, when we speak about chariots, angels, all these angelic, godly things, our people look at us like we just reading from a fantasy book. Reading some Greek mythological books. Yeah, some sci-fi, but it's truly the truth, man. And that's how Esau tapped into the psyche of our people and got them in such a bugged out, dilapidated state, man.
They say truth is stranger than fiction. You know, that's why our people can't believe like these beautiful testimonies that men are bringing out. You know, that's how you know it's only for the elect, because that we hear it and it's like, oh, that's it right there. You know, it's not far fetched to us. But today, if you were to play some of those videos, like play a video for some of these niggas in the streets that a man perceived or had a vision of the kingdom of heaven, they'd be like, what the fuck is you on? What drugs is you on? You know, what pills are you popping to see that? But here it is, Jake pop pills to live in this bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why you're on the drugs you're on. You're not on those drugs because it's fun. You're in this drug-induced life to deal with this fake shit that's around you. It's a tug of war between what's real and fake, what's right and what's wrong. And Jake is just stuck in the middle, fucked up.
Yeah.
It says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see.
Yeah, Jake, like that video with Quavo, Bubblegum, right? Jake is literally in a virtual reality world already.
They're in an AI world. The majority of people are operating off of artificial intelligence. Do what? These cell phones, man. Since cell phones came out, that really destroyed the minds of these people, man.
That was it. That cell phone was it. No
Here
more
it is, just like you said, they already mentally sick. They physically have all these different ailments. The technology is destroying their minds. Their children are destroying them. They're under all the curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter. They're just done, man. But truthfully speaking, at the end of the day, the Lord broke us down as a nation to the finest point so that we will only have one way to acknowledge the Lord. It says that in the spirit, what is that? Amos, how the Lord took away from the priests, took us the priest, the eloquent order. He took all the glory from the nation and gave us one way to get back to the Lord, and it's through the name, man. He said he ain't gonna show no more signs that we can't even read the signs in the heaven.
Yeah.
We lost all of our glory in all truth and honesty. But this is how we're getting our glory back. Through the spirit of Yahweh, through his word, faith, and through faith.
But I'll continue on. It says, the spirit of slumber and eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear.
Yeah, they don't hear. They can't hear and see. Imagine, here it is. They say that you got 5 senses, but really you got 6. You know, you have your, you see, hear, taste, touch, smell. And I said 6 is the spirit, you know, understanding, comprehend. Yep. So if you lose your ability to see and hear. Like Helen Keller, yeah. Like, that's it for you. If you can't see and you can't hear, that throws off your whole brain. Because through your touch, through seeing, your brain gets information so that you can process it. Our people, they can't see what the hell is going on and they can't hear what the hell is going on. Our people are just they in Inception. Remember in Inception? They inserted them in a dream. And they put the shit on the ears, and they basically fell into a goose coma where there's nothing going on for them anymore. So that's our people, man. They can't see, they can't hear, they can't taste the wine. You're dead. All right. Any more to that?
It says, and David said, let their table be made a snare.
And what's so heavy about it is the king, your king, he put the prayer up on you. You know,
Cursed generations out.
he cursed this generation because he understood through the spirit that the majority of our people just not gonna get it. There's a special amongst the special, and then there's a hated amongst the special. 2/3 of you, the majority of our people just gotta die.
Because even it's beautiful, like you spoke about King David, because David in his glory, he still had backbiters. He still had individuals of his own kindred that was looking to defy the throne that he was looking to set up for the nation. What did his son do? His son slept with all his concubines, committed adultery with all his women. You had Solomon that had to kill his brother when you read 1 Kings. Say that again? Adonijah. What was it? Absalom. Basically all his sons, King David's sons had to go except for Solomon. Man.
Solomon went off.
Yeah, Solomon went off. Solomon's son, Rehoboam, he went off. So that's the curses that we under now, and it's always
it always went back to Jake what? Wanting to follow what the other nations do.
Yeah.
Here it is, we had our own sovereign, we had our own monetary system, our coin system, our temple, our tabernacle, our women were in somewhat order. They wasn't always in order, but they was in somewhat order. Yeah, they was better. We had the glory of the Most High in the presence of it. The priest was set up. Here it is, if you would go off and you would slip, you could just go straight to the priest and the priest would absolve all your sins.
Be good.
And you be straight.
Be good.
But what did our people wanted to do? They always wanted to buck against the throne, man. Even going back to Moses, going back to all of our kings, man. And that's why it comes to the point where it's like it's no mercy for Jake. At the end of the day, we understand that Jake is gonna have to die, man. Mm-hmm. In order to cleanse us as a nation, we have to go through this fire, and our people have to go through the fire too. We going through the fire right now. Mm-hmm. The furnace of adversity, the fire of affliction that's trying us, as it is written in Sirach, the second chapter. But our people that don't want to take this fiery trial, they're gonna have to go through the physical fire, man. Which is the thermonuclear missiles. And at the aftermath of it, we gonna all be good as a nation. Hard-headed niggas gonna be back Israelites. They're gonna be back Yasha Allah. These fucking nigga women that's out here tricking and hoeing, they're gonna be back. They're gonna go back to the royal standard, so to speak, as being the daughters of Zion. Mm-hmm. But we have to go through these things, man. That's it.
Yeah, it's a hurtful process. It's long suffering and mercy, you know.
Yeah, it's mercy.
Any more of that?
Yeah, that's what it is. I got a little bit more. And David said, "Let the table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block."
That's how you know you offense Israelites and teach. And call yourselves teachers. That you ain't got it. Read that part again.
Let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block.
All tried and fried. Good Samaritans, all of these offense things. You can thank King David. Because the bullshit that you teaching, that's a stumbling block, man.
That's right.
That you tripped over. For you to come out your mouth and say, if somebody can confound the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, that I'll basically denounce Mashiach Yahweh Shai. That's a stumbling block, man. You basically trying to condemn, you basically said, I'm going to condemn my own goddamn self. That's a stumbling block.
And you don't make oaths like that. That's against the scripture.
Yeah, go to show you, they niggas, man.
And the recompense unto them, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. That's what it is.
Now go to 2 Samuel and read that 3 and 1. Because it's all spiritual, because what was happening back then, it's just capping off. See, that's how you know the men of the Lord, the house of David, man, the house of David is at war with Esau, the other nations, the house of Saul, against niggas. That's how you know, like the brother was saying earlier. Man, we got to get power from on high to get the hell out of this situation. You got Esau that want to kill you, and you got niggas that teach the Bible that want to kill you. we just in the middle of war.
But David said the enemies are more than the hairs on my head. See? You can't even count the hairs on your head.
Yeah.
That means it's a lot of people that's truly gunning at the men of the Lord, directly or indirectly. These spirits that these witches and warlocks be pushing out, they're to personally attack you. Because what you have in life, these people, they already got it. What's the point of beating at a dead horse? It's already dead. You move on to something that's living. Let the dead bury the dead.
Yeah, Esau really ain't gotta mess up Jake no more. Jake already messed up. But we the ones that's like, he's like, oh shit, man, we got something that's waking up. We gotta kick their ass.
The Divergent, and that's a spiritual movie, and I'll let you go ahead, but to show you that in the movie Divergent, how everybody was basically asleep, but it was chosen out of certain pockets of factions that were awoke. They couldn't fall asleep. And they tried to put them in that induced dream state. Shit. When she had to go through it was kind of like a water. They gave her a certain pill or something like that. And you remember the truth serum. But she would actually go in a diluted state, but she would always go back to the reality that this isn't real.
And that's when the woman was like, who are you? The little Chinese looking woman. And she was like, you gotta get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Because she saw that she wasn't like the rest of the people, because she was the woman would study the psyche of people.
Yeah. That's the same thing, man. So we don't individuals. Because it's beautiful you went into the reality how people are actually in this induced dream, and that shows you even in that movie that it's certain people that actually have the spirit to break and crack out of the dream, which is us.
Yeah.
And it's not by our own power, our own will, and the strength of our mind. It's the Lord that actually gave us the key. Ultimately, through what? Our spirits. It says that in Isaiah the 1st chapter. I was born. We were truly born with this knowledge. That's right. But the Lord had to shake it up, stir us up through whatever it is.
Remember in the inception. How did deeper the dream that you were in, the harder they called it the shape. The harder the shape was. Because remember they showed you where if you was in like the first level of the dream, it'd be like a little shock that could get you up. But then when they go that thought and they got his mind, what did they have to do? They had to go into like a dream within the dream. And then remember what happened? They had to drop the boat. No, they had to drop the van off the bridge in the water. The water had to. Yep.
They showed it on
One was keep the chair.
I didn't see that.
So the Most High, he already kicked the chair from up under us and woke us up. You know, oh shit, this ain't real.
Hey, if I may say, there's gonna be the Lord's gonna throw the man into the lake to us, because the scriptures say that we should be changing the twinkling of an eye.
Yep.
They get on the chairs and be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And since you said that, when you think about it, like the first level, we didn't take, we just heard the truth when we woke up. But when matter of fact, give Hosea 5:15. You can drop everything on the spirit and change it. You just go to Hosea 5:15. And when the 1/3 wake up, it's gonna be like that van dropping off to the side of a bridge into the water for them to wake up, because they're deeper into the dream.
Yeah, bring it up, bro. It's Psalms 126:1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord have done great things for them. So these heathens know. They know that we're in a deep, induced, dilapidated, distressed state. Docile, they got us mesmerized, like you'll see like witches with that ticker, and it keeps you in a sleep for a time span, so to speak. But they see that through the Spirit of the Lord, we're cracking out of this place, man. And this truth is growing like wildfire. Brothers are bringing out beautiful testimonies of the Most High personally, putting certain visions in their spirit, putting visions in their women's spirit, growing brothers up in the spirit, younger men coming up on a high level, older men coming up on a higher level, more men attaching to this word. Esau has to acknowledge this truth, man.
Right.
Because he know that at the end of the day, this thing is gonna bust, man.
Yeah.
Like Spirit had it where I was watching They Live. I was rewatching that. And remember that we had the elite that was represented as the alien robots and shit. And what happened? When Roddy Piper's character went to that store and saw him, he was just bugging out. He's like, you see him? Because he was in that zealous spirit at first.
Yeah.
And then what happened? That old bitch, she went to her little wristwatch, and we got one that can see. That says we can see. We can see because we have the eyes. The Lord put that outside, which you read in Revelation 3 and 18. So our eyes are anointed to see. And Esau has to acknowledge it. Right? Now I want to read that in Hosea 5:15. Yes.
God. This is Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face and their affliction. They will seek me early.
Oh, when the Most High shake this place, like the scriptures say that the earth shall be shaken to and fro. That earth being shaken, that's literally the Most High waking. He's gonna wake up the ones that's supposed to be woken up. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna shake Jake out of this sleep coma that he in, man. It's gonna be ultimate because, like we said, look at the drug. Through the drugs, Esau got our people drugged up. Through street drugs, through
television, entertainment,
pharmaceutical drugs.
Food.
The food is a drug. All right, the TV is a drug. Entertainment. This unnatural way of living is a drug. This is a drug. You know, I was speaking to a Jake in the car the other day, and I was telling him when I went out west to Seattle, I told him, I was like, shit, man, I thought I was on a movie set. Like, this can't be real. And that's how it is. You come to this place, you go to certain parts of this. Hey, you go to Buckhead here in Atlanta. Go to Buckhead. You be like, this can't be life, man. How am I at a red light and there's a goddamn $10 million worth of cars at the red light?
Yeah, Ben's having this shit. And you know, even ecstasy. Like, this is really a world of ecstasy, because the word ecstasy goes back to the word existing, if I'm not mistaken, which means to derange. Because when you take ecstasy, it makes you feel good, it's pleasurable, it activates your dopamine.
It's a party drug.
It's a party drug, but it crashes. And it's the same thing with this society. It's all about keeping the people drugged up high, but this place is gonna crash. It's not designed to stand for forever, man.
Now people gonna get sobered up in the worst way, man.
Yep.
All right, go to Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 and what was that, 13? War 1 to you.
This is Habakkuk 2 and verse.
Oh, you can hang on. So, Habakkuk 2 and 17. War 1 to you. You got it. Habakkuk 2 and which way you looking for? War, put his bottle to
15.
Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him.
And that's what Esau has done. Esau put that bottle to all of us. Alright? But through the Spirit, we sobered up. We threw it up. Alright? We detoxed.
Yeah.
We detoxed to the Babylonian juice. We went to rehab.
That's right.
You know, we got it out of our system. We still getting it out of our system.
That's right.
It's still in the system.
Yeah.
We in a rehabilitating center as we speak. You know? So this devil, he gave us the bottle, but our people, they still sucking on the bottle.
Yeah.
You know? Keep going.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
And Jake, our people are drunk and drunken naked, man.
And the pants on their ankles walking around.
Yeah, the bottle in one hand. Literally. Okay?
I'm about to say, you see it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
the pants is around the ankles. You know, you're seeing all that, just the nastiness of it, man. They throwing up on themselves because their body is trying to reject this poison, but they just keep going, man.
Force feeding it back in.
Hey, look at Esau now. You know, Esau really laying the poison on thick now. He got all of his crimis that crimis stuff. Jake is already induced, getting heavily more induced for Thanksgiving next week.
Oh man. Yeah.
Jake gonna be drunk and high off of Thanksgiving poison.
Just how like they was drunk off the voting about a week and a half ago. They didn't get off that high, and then now they position themselves for the Thanksgiving. You can see it at your job, because Jake is like, oh man, you know, let's get take these days off, get this turkey. So, like the brother was saying, they go from one high in Babylon to another.
Because they got to, like the brother said, when you look at these pharmaceutical or these designer drugs as they call them, the high is amazing, but the come down is terrible.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm listening to some niggas on DJ Vlad. I forget the name of the group, right? But they're a group of just niggas that just get high together and shit, right? So right, there's a lot of them, right? So the one group, these niggas was talking about, I think Vlad was talking to him about, you know, the come down on the drugs. You know the one nigga's response was, don't come down.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't got to deal with the effects of the withdrawals of the drug if you don't come down. So just, you get high, keep getting high, keep popping pills, keep drinking your lean, keep doing all the drugs to keep you in that induced spirit. And that's our people. So in one moment, they're going to get high off of, like the brother said, they were high off hope. The next minute, they're going to be high off of Thanksgiving. The next minute, they're going to be high off of Christmas. New Year's Eve. All right, the New Year's Eve, the New Year's resolution. You got Jake getting high right now on the idea of what 2019 is going to be for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, 2019 is going to be a worse year.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the Spirit deemed 19. Well, bring up what you got.
Ecclesiasticus, that's Rock, chapter 31 and 29. It says, but wine and drunkenness with accents make it bitterness of the mind, with brawling and quarreling. Verse 30, drunkenness increases the rage of a fool, so he can sin. It diminishes strength and makes it wound.
Yeah, that's our people. They're over intoxicated. You know, the toxins of this alcohol of this world is constantly being pushed and injected in their system. And it ain't like they just own the alcohol. They shooting up in this world. They sniffing up physically and spiritually, man. And it's like at the end of the day, we try to shake them off and bring them back to the program, because this is really the true rehabilitation program. We tell them, hey, look, I was on the same shit that you was on. I was on drugs too. I was on the same poison. I know how that poison feel. I know it feels good. Because when we was in the world, those things felt good. Thanksgiving was fun. Yeah. Christmas was fun as hell.
Who like celebrating their birthday?
Yeah, who don't like celebrating their birthday? But the point of it is at the end of the day, it feels good. It's good for the feeling, the high of it. But at the end of the day, it's there to destroy you.
That's right.
So when we try to shake our people out of the dust, they want to jump back into it. That's why the scripture says to cast not the pearl before swine. That's right. Render the word of the Lord like men. And it says that in Ezra, get thee like men unto thee, man. You go ahead.
And we saw Jake. There was a Jake that was a once amongst us. We ain't gonna say his name. It don't even matter really. If he's watching, then that's a curse on him. But we saw the effects of when you relapse. That's a dog returning back to the vomit. When a nigga relapse, he goes back into the world and he goes back harder. You know? Them seven demons, they come with seven Babylonian drugs with them. Yep. They got endless amounts. All the drugs you can get. Now bring that out as Titus 3:3. Because like you said, this is a rehab. And we tell you, hey, I once did that, but I don't do it no more. And you don't gotta do it. And then we tell people you don't gotta do it. This is the way to live. You know? Go ahead.
This is Titus 3 and verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Yeah, foolish. We were drunk on this Babylonian juice.
Disobedient.
Yeah, we were disobedient to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Deceived.
We were deceived. But this new sobriety that we have, we use it to build a nation. Go ahead.
Serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice, and envy.
Yep, we had all those problems. Keep going.
Hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of the Most High, our Savior, towards man appeared.
See, that's why that's why the way that the Lord deals with us, that's how you gotta deal with the nation of Israel. You know? Imagine if the Lord looked at us and be like, damn, because we women, we're known as women. Imagine if the Lord looked at us like the fucking crackhead whores we used to be. You know, that's how Jake get this word, and then your whole energy becomes, you know, yeah, these bitches, they ain't shit, they sluts, they whores. Yeah, and you were too.
Right. Oh, yeah. Got a precept of that.
So you gotta go ahead.
Yeah, Jeremiah 3:1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he not return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, said the Lord.
And the Most High is not holding it against us. He saw our past and he let it go. He didn't look at it like, you know how Jake be. That bitch, she's already a whore, so I'm just gonna fuck her over. Yeah. Lord ain't bring us in here to fuck us over.
Fuck us to get rid of us.
Fuck us to get rid of us. You know?
Give us a promise that he ain't gonna stay in there.
Yeah, baby, you know I love you. 6 weeks later, man, fuck that bitch. Lord is dealing with us.
He disregarded all of our wicked ways.
That's right.
Now go back to Titus 3 and finish it on.
I'm on verse 5.
Verse 5.
Now, verse 5, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy.
The mercy, it was mercy shown upon us for the Lord to pull us out of that drug-induced harlot life that we were in. We were neck deep in this bullshit. Matter of fact, fuck neck deep. We jumped off the diving board into it. We was in it. All right, we were in the sunken place, really. Yeah. But the Most High is showing mercy and love. He gave us a fighting chance to clean up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know? Gave us the name, even though we don't deserve it. That's why it says our righteousness is as filthy rags. But truthfully speaking, we don't deserve this truth, man. All the things that we did in our life, the things that we still struggle with, the wickedness that still revolves around our mind, you know, that's why there's no room for pride. If a man got pride, he ain't in the right spirit, man. You should understand that you just finished, man. You low, like the scripture says, destitute, naked as a nation, poor, worms, and it's all through the great mercy of the Most High. That's really going to be the only reason why we get saved. That's why it says, not of him that runneth nor willeth. It is works. Works are very, very important, but you know, you have to have faith and works to actually receive mercy. Well, it's like, you know, you watch these movies and they deal with like rehab centers or soup kitchens. What happens? Typically, the people that work in the rehab center were once drug addicts themselves. So they rededicate their life to the improvement of others. And that's what we did. We got cleaned up in the spirit, and now we, by our works, we show ourselves our gratitude to that, you know, that cleaning up process by doing it. All right, now like what the brother said, it's not a work. Let him finish it. We got one part of it, we bring out your piece.
Titus 3 and verse 5. Now by works of righteousness.
See, like the brother just said, not by works of righteousness. It wasn't because how beautiful your beard is, or how your ability to keep the Sabbath, or your ability to read scriptures and things like that. It's not of none of that.
That's right.
It's just simply mercy. All right, what?
Not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing of regeneration.
By the washing of regeneration, go ahead.
And renewing of the Holy Spirit.
And the renewing of the Holy Spirit. The refreshing of us through the Holy Spirit is what allows us to have a fighting chance. But again, you can't just receive the Holy Spirit because you say you got the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, when you read in Acts, the first chapter, it says that the Lord said that the Holy Spirit ascended on them. The Holy Spirit comes from on high. So it's not of you, it is of the Most High through his Son, Yahweh Shai. All right, now you had a precept book?
Oh, yeah. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and 4. It says, who comforted us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of the Most High.
See? We took the comfort that was given to us, and what do? We give it. We do the same for younger men that's coming in. That's why we're called ministers in this ministry. We're set up the higher that you. That's why the irony of it is, Jake want to be proud. Jake want vainglory because they think, hey, if I get to the top of the mountain, then basically everybody's gonna have to bow to me.
Yeah.
But the higher up you go, the harder it is because you got to give more. That's the irony of this thing. The more that you receive in the spirit, the more that you have to give of yourself. The greater the sacrifice. That's right, Doc.
Moses had to sacrifice his whole life, man. You know? It tells you that in Hebrews the 11th chapter, how he had to lower himself to a common standard. Yahweh Shai had to sacrifice himself to the point he couldn't even deal with women. And it was by actual choice, but it was also by the lot that was given to him. Because you got to think, if the Lord actually had women, if he was rolling in the same spirit of Solomon, women were throwing themselves in Yahweh Shai, man. You know, but he knew at the end of the day, he didn't have room for that, man. The lot that he played, the faith that he had to put in each and every one of those men, the glory that he had to magnify of the Most High, that was a full-time job itself. Aside from, you have certain men that just strictly believe. They worked for the intense as Yahweh Shah because what? Their lot wasn't as great. So the greater you are, that's why I said the more humble, but the greater your lot and the more that's actually required.
That's right. That's right.
That's something. This is Psalms 119:9. Wherewith shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. And just like the brother was speaking about the cleansing, because right now we're going through this spiritual baptism, and the baptism isn't just one dump. You know, you'll see that in the churches, where they'll just dump your head in the water one time, and they say you basically clean and absolve from your sins. No, this cleansing is an everyday cleaning. Every day you should be trying to clean yourself, purify yourself, washing yourself. Hey, just like it's in the physical. Well, how does your body get dirty? From being in an environment, whatever you touch it is sick, you know, everything is polluted. So you have to cleanse your body every day, right? You take a shower every day, you gotta brush your teeth every day. Multiple times a day. So it's the same thing with the spirit. Because we're always being affected by this world, man. Whether directly or indirectly. The things that you see, that should it has a toll on your mind, man. Seeing drug dealers, seeing drug addicts all day, every day, seeing extreme poverty, that shit it can mess with your mind.
It does actually.
And it does, and that's why brothers gotta always get in the habit of reverting back to the scriptures and don't let yourself go crazy in this place, man.
That's right.
Because if you always acknowledge what's going on around you and how fucked up this place is and how fucked up situation you is, you're gonna fall back in that summer place. You're gonna relapse. A lot of times these men relapse. Why? Because they follow that woman in the red dress. They start to see the things of the world and the values of the world and where they're at. So they start to disregard this truth and they start to really embrace the things of the world, which what makes them actually relapse. They don't want to actually come into the spirit of the Lord. They don't want to submit truly unto this because they see that the time, you know, it gets harder, it gets rougher in the spirit. You're required to do more. It's a full-time job. It's a vocation. Was that brother can get that a vocation where you're called? Ephesians the 4th chapter, 4:1. You know, and a lot of men just bust out. They just get through. You know,
because it's bitter. This bitter is like the that potion that the Most High gives us to get all them impurities out of us. You know, bitter herbs are used to cure cancers. And a lot of they take it in. They don't want to deal with the bitter, so what they do? Fuck the bitter. I want to deal with the honey. And they eat a bunch of honey. And what do they do? The scriptures tell you, they throw it all up. You got that for the 4:1?
God. This is Ephesians 4 and verse 1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Yeah, the scripture says, beseech you for the vocation where you are called, which is a job. This is a duty. And a lot of men, they forsake this duty because it gets too hard. It tells you that in Matthew the 13th chapter, how the cares of the world. Oh, that's what you just called? Oh, well, that's the spirit. The cares of the world and all the hell starts to come your way, and then it starts to get too hard. It also tells you in Sirach how wisdom tries you through crooked paths. Yep. And a man lifts them weights of hell. Because what? Really this world, even though it's a burden, it's still you have an instant reward with a lot of these things. If you do drugs, you can physically see the drugs going in your body, so you get the more of the reality of the feeling. But see, with this truth, this is all spiritual, man. We know that we're building the kingdom of heaven through the spirit, but men don't see an actual mansion, a palace
coming together and finishing up.
Yep, coming together. So what men lose? What? Faith. They lose hope.
They don't have a vision.
Because they don't have what? They don't have the vision, man. That's what it all boils down to. You got to keep your eyes, going back to that Revelations 3. You got to keep your eyes anointed with that eye salve. And you got to always put that anointing on yourself, man.
Blessed is your eyes.
Yep.
For you see things.
That's right. Got some more?
John, verse 2, all lowliness and meekness, long suffering.
See, like what we're going into. We're suffering in the sobriety of walking in this truth. Jake don't want to suffer, so Jake goes back. They relapse. You know, here it is. You've been in the truth for X amount of years, and you go back into the world, and now you eating pork.
Smoking a blunt.
You know, you committing adultery. You worshiping Pharaoh. Here it is. You went from worshiping the power of Israel to now you worshiping the power of Ham. You giving reverence to Hamite gods.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. You know? Keep going.
Kind long suffering, forbearing one another, and love.
Mm-hmm. You can drop that. Now go to Matthew 13. All right, because our people, going back to the fact of our people being finished, man. Just, you know, the scriptures tell us on, I think, Titus the 2nd chapter, or Titus the 2nd chapter, the what? Teach the young, the older men, and teach the young men to be sober. You know, which sober means to have a serious mind frame, all right? Have a level-headedness, all right? When you're drunk, you're not only a level, you're staggering. That's why it says in Isaiah 29, 29 and 9, they're drunk, but they're not drunk on strong drink. You know? Go ahead.
This is Matthew 13 I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm about to do one.
Next time.
Yeah,
Matthew 13 and verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat. And the whole multitude stood on the shore, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
Read that last part again.
Now verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
Yep, keep going.
And the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places.
So this is where, like, basically imagine if you're planting a field and you got seeds, or like if you're doing grass and they sell that contraption at the Home Depot, where you put the bag of seeds in a little container, and when you push it, it throws seeds out underneath. It evenly throws seeds out. So some of these seeds are falling by the wayside, some are falling on stony, some are falling, like it's telling you where these seeds are going. And it's not of you. That's why you gotta be humble, because you don't know which seed you got. Yep. Go ahead.
Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth. And forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth.
Yep, keep going.
And when the sun was up, they were scorched. Scorched. And because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit.
Now, you know what's so heavy about these parables of Yahushua is that these parables that we read today, which we're going to get into the understanding, the Lord broke it down. And people still trip up over these parables to this very day. That's how heavy you know that these words are, because the answers to what's going on, he gives the breakdown. But people can't perceive because why? We already read in Romans 11. We read in Romans 11, so we read Isaiah 6 and 9. They have eyes and they cannot see. They have ears and they cannot perceive. They cannot hear.
Yeah, but the Lord asked the angel who actually covered the eyes of the people. He said, "This said our Lord, how long?" And the angel basically said to the cities be wasted. Yeah. And basically to the missiles drop.
Yeah, basically.
So all of it is over. These niggas gonna be blinded to the end. So when Yahushua was dropping these seeds and dropping these breakdowns, it was really for the elect to understand what's going on, why they're gonna be doing the sowing. Because those sowers is truly Yahushua. He's the master sower. But hey, we're many Yahushua. Scripture says that in Obadiah how the Lord is raising up saviors. That's right. So we're doing the same job as Yahushua. What we doing? Seeding. Throwing the seeds out. Fall on good ground. A lot of times we have brothers that's good fruit. Sometimes men, they might come off as good, and then after a while, what? That badness, it rots out, man.
Yep, that's right.
You know,
we see it. This is the scriptures say, a man that taketh his hand off the plow, we're plowing. That's why, which we're not gonna get into them right now because the spirit's on something else. But I'll say this for the sake of this, for all you Israelite camps, hey, especially here in Atlanta, man. All you other camps, man, you're all in violation of building on our land, man. Because it's a spiritual. We're spiritually planting seeds. So here it is, just because you think because we not at our plot of land anymore, that you could just come in and farm. Imagine you had a plot of land, right, you own for 20 years.
That's coming.
But then the last 10 years of it, you ain't working, so it looks like nobody's working on it. But I decide, well, he ain't using it, I'm gonna go on it. Nigga, you get killed behind some shit like that, man.
You don't do nothing like that.
Imagine you got land and ain't nobody working. You just like, well, I'm working on this, so I'm gonna let this land sit.
Oh, well, they're spiritual squatters, man. They'll see a house, it seems like there's nobody in it, so it seems like it's free to them. But it's like, nigga, we own that. we did the groundwork. We broke up the ground over there, and the spirit had it. Well, of course, we shook the dust. But at the end of the day, that's not for somebody else to build upon. And just like them guys, we wouldn't dare go where they actually taught it, man.
Well, we can't really, because really everywhere you taught at.
Yeah.
You taught where we taught at.
Yeah.
So we can't even get
Well, if these guys actually had somewhere where they didn't take where we taught it, then we would. But at the end of the day, they taking everything where we previously taught it. But showing you through the spirit that we did the groundwork and did these things, and these guys are trying to, build on our foundation. Yep.
That's wicked, man. Go on.
John, but others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit. Some in 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold.
And you gotta remember, even the apostles, they always speak about how it was years and years they was pushing this truth vehemently, relentlessly, and men just wasn't shit. They felt like it was a time where, like, damn, is these Jakes gonna wake up? So it wasn't a loss of faith, but it was just like, damn, all these seeds that we spread, it's all falling on bad ground, stony ground. But guess what? Through the spark of the spirit, men started waking up in these different camps. They had heads in California, Chicago, Dallas, DC, all of Florida, here in Georgia, all throughout these different states. Brothers in England, different heads in Jersey, all throughout the states, and that's the spirit of the Lord.
Throughout the islands.
And throughout the islands, it all starts from what? Them not losing their faith. So us brothers now, we gotta always remember that, and always remember what Yahweh Shah said, because at the end of the day, we're gonna have the good gonna come with the bad. Yeah. That's another parable which Lord was not about to get fishing. He said that the fisher went out to fish, and he brought 4 fish that was good and bad. So you have to actually understand this truth, and you have to deal with the good and the bad that comes from truth. You got a lot of men that just want an instant ticket to the kingdom of heaven, but don't want to go through the hell that it takes to go through. Right? A lot of times it's going to be men in your camp that might be a straight up demon. You're going to be sourced around wolves. Your name going to be brought up in bullshit. You're going to be just in a ton of mire. But you got to fish through those things, man. You have to go through all these different things in order to actually be a good seed, build upon that, and then actually gather good seeds.
That's right.
Verse 9, who have ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
In fact, skip down to 17.
Matthew 13 and verse 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
Again, like the brother was going into earlier about rejoicing. If you can see something that the masses of the world can't see and couldn't see, generations of old couldn't see, that's something you should be cheerful about. To be able to see and know that we're in the time of our greatest enemy falling, what manner of man should you be? Apostles of old, when you read in Acts the 2nd chapter, or the 1st chapter I should say, they thought the kingdom of heaven was going to be established then. They wanted it then.
They was lit up in the spirit.
Right. But we in a time now where literally, this is the time.
We in greater times than they was, even though they was in a time with Yahweh Shai, that's a great time. But we're in great times now. Scripture said, the Lord said that in Jeremiah 16 and 14, no more the Lord said that brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, but the land of the north. We're in greater times than the time of Egypt. Because what? We're in a greater captivity. You got all the prophets of the Lord that's back. We have to have greater faith, because at the end of the day, we don't see the miracles. Those men seen the miracles. They seen all these things to be truly brought into the flock. Not downplaying it, but that's just the truth of how great of a time we're in, some very pivotal times, man. And that's how you know we have to rejoice in the spirit, man. Because at the end of the day, we see, like it says, now is our salvation nearer than we believe. We see these things popping off. We see everything that we've been saying for years and years, starting with the apostles, decades and decades come to pass. Now chip news is all over. RFID news, that's what's trending now, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's becoming, RFID is becoming like the new, it's coming like the word terrorist was, like in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's a buzzword, you know? You go.
God, you have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
See, we heard this word, and it changed our life. How many people literally in just a day have walked by, and it hasn't done anything for them? That's a blessing. You know, keep going.
Hey, that's the greatness of this word too. Because the Lord doesn't even want anybody to see this thing, man. And just like I showed a brother a video. I think I showed a couple of y'all brothers that video with Mark Dice, where he actually had the bar of gold and he had a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
He was going to people and said, do you want this block of gold or do you want this block of Hershey? Majority of people were like, I'll take the Hershey bar. Why? Because these people are basically sunk in this stupid place, man. They don't see the value, so it goes, I say all that just to say, you can't let these different people on the outside affect your judgment of the scriptures, man. Even though this is gold, this is known as pearls, treasures, and these people despise it, that doesn't make it worthless.
Right.
This thing is appreciated. This is going to be on the height of the market, which it is now.
Yeah.
But you have to always understand that you have something that nobody else has. We have hidden treasure in plain sight.
Yeah.
So you have to do what? You have to keep polishing yourself. Polishing the treasure that's within you. Pushing that spirit that's within you.
That's right.
Critiquing yourself. Critiquing the men around you. Growing. Being a father to the father that's doing all these different things so you can be the greatest you.
Father to the father. That's right.
You got some more?
Verse 18, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This
that means that they'll hear the truth, and they'll be listening, they'll vibe with the tune, but then at the end of the day, the spiritual demons say to put the blockers on it.
We've seen that. We've seen that endless amounts of times. A lot of times it'd be a man's woman would be with him, and she'd be like, come on, let's go. That's Satan. You know, or we be teaching, and then Jake, Jake would be getting it, and then next thing you know, a demon come up behind him, throw off the whole vibe. Scoff him.
Then he just walk off?
Yeah, that's it. You know? So we done seen it. Keep going.
Hey, but the Lord wants those things to happen. That's it. Even though it's the wicked, but the wicked is ordained from the Spirit of the Lord to actually do these things. You know? But the Lord, like, nah, I don't want him to get it.
Because it would have said, because if that's the case, then that man's seed would have been thrown in good soil.
That's right.
This is he which receives seed by the wayside. And he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon, Anon with joy, Anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he hath not root in himself.
Audio says the honey.
Yep.
Just like you were speaking about earlier, Jake can take them doses of the honey. The kingdom of heaven, I'm an Israelite.
Multiple wives.
Where my tribe at? Oh, I'm Ephraim.
I can have multiple women.
Multiple women.
Jesus.
And a man sign up for the truth.
I ain't gotta work no more.
Yep. Man sign up for the truth. He start doing the work for for a little bit of time, months. Some been certain years, and they get tired. Them shoulders start the Lord.
I thought you said the Lord was gonna come back 6 months.
Yeah, I still ain't came back. I'm paying tithes. You know, You start seeing the requirements. I gotta get up with brothers every week. I gotta do this, that, and the other. I gotta actually labor and bust my ass. I gotta forsake all my Saturdays. I gotta truly forsake my life for this truth. That's when the sweet turns to bitter, man. Just like you said, a lot of men don't like the bitter phase of this truth. They just like the sweetness, man.
Yep.
When it comes to the sugary sweets, everybody want to sign up. When it comes to that hard work, the dirty work, like what they say, when the goings get tough, the tough get going.
Yeah, what did Ronnie Coleman used to say? He's a famous bodybuilder. He used to say, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift heavy ass weights. Everybody want that physique that looks like it's formed from like you a god on earth. But then Jake don't want to. You can't get Jake to do one goddamn push-up. You know what I'm saying? That's Jake.
Oh, Jake will have all the different magazines. Jake will have the books and everything. But when it comes to the work, Jake ain't got it, man. I know. You go on to YouTube, they got all the subscribers, the best bodybuilders. They watch all the videos. They be on the comment board critiquing bodybuilders.
I was just about to say that. That's what happens. Then you become a commentary. Yeah. Now you commenting on what somebody else doing. You sitting here telling why these greats can't be. His body, his bicep is not symmetric with his other bicep. And you sitting on the goddamn couch eating Snicker bars and talking shit.
Yeah. Titty with bitch tits, man. Trying to critique somebody else's body, man. And that's what these individuals do with this work of ours, man.
Yep.
They try to critique us on the comment board, telling us, well, why don't y'all go to Atlanta, the better part of Atlanta, where it's more people? Why don't your ass go out to the streets, period, man? You on the couch, you don't even hit it. These be the individuals that know where we at, but they don't even come around to get any type of edification trying to build, but they want to tell us how to run the show, man. Yep. Trying to tell us when to close the curtain, when to open up the curtain, what to say, turn it, and the light should be right here. Stage it this way, but he ain't even partaking in the supper, man. But you continue.
Come, verse 21. Yet have he not roots in himself, but endure for a while.
Yep. See them roots, you dry out. You look good on the surface. A lot of you Jakes, you look so good, and as I'm speaking, I'm thinking of one. I'm thinking of one that's building probably right now on our plot of land. You know, you look the part. They got the headband, they got all the wristbands, they got the beautiful garment, all type of. You think it's a garment came from the heavens?
Yeah, that's what it look like.
You know they look the part, but they ain't a rude insight.
And when you had Captain Cesario, what was saying that told started polite that shit, man. Here it is, she on the phone with this nigga talking the most shit about Cesario. She was basically like, this guy's a bum, man. He ain't handling his business as a man, and he's spending all this money on these illustrious garments, going up on Home Depot, getting the lion door knocker chain, but he ain't even putting food on the table, man. And that's a lot of these guys. These guys don't even have sometimes you have money for rent, but they want to put $300 up for a garment. That's foolishness. And then don't know the scriptures. And then don't know the scriptures on top of that.
You got a $1,000 garment, but you don't know $5 worth of scriptures. It's a bad investment.
Good precept. Colossians 2:7. Rooted and built up in him, established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
So you got to be rooted in Mashiach Yahushua. You know, you see these certain types of trees, their roots go deep into the earth. So yeah, you ever go to certain people's houses and their driveway be jacked up? It be, the concrete done been pushed up and shit. That's because of the trees in the yard. The roots underneath it is pushing the concrete up. That's what you got to be rooted. You got to be more concerned with what's going on in the dirt than what's above. What's above will come in time, man. That's why the scriptures say the seed that we're just going to go into, the seed that fell on good soil, then it sprouted up a good rooted tree, and then the fruit came. A lot of Jake, they like, man, fuck them roots. Fuck how strong the base of my tree is. Fuck the trunk. Fuck the branches. Right? To hell with all that. Bring the fruit. Even with dogs, this brother, I'm pretty sure you know for a fact with dogs, they'll tell you if you got a female dog, you don't bring the first litter. when she's first throwing the heat, you know, that's not the first time you bring a litter into the world.
You can damage that dog.
You can damage the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it say in the law about a tree?
That's right.
You have a tree, you're supposed to let that land, how many years? Is it 3 years? Is it a garden or is it like with your land? You're supposed to let it grow through a 3-year cycle. Then you can pluck the fruit of it, I believe. Is it your garden? I think it's 3 years. Why is that? Because you gotta give that land some time to get its nutrients, generate something. You just can't just be in the process of to hell with that. Timing. It's all about timing with the Lord. Man.
Yeah, the Lord is the power of patience, man. So you have to always be. That's why the scriptures always say that. That's one of the fruits of the spirit: long suffering and patience.
Yep.
And you gotta be patient with yourself too in this truth, man.
Oh man.
Don't be a hot pocket Israelite. Everything you just want quick on the go. You want to be built up. You want to know all the scriptures overnight. So you, instead of just, you know, watching a little bit of videos, you trying to watch fucking 8 hours worth of videos a day. You don't even want to work because
you wash your ass.
You don't even want to go outside because you're trying to get built up to the level of an elder within 3 years, man. That's not wisdom.
Yeah.
First off, you get the truth and you let the truth marinate. You can't rush fire online. These scriptures is known as wine in the scriptures. We just read about it. So with that wine, you have to let it sit. You have to, even dealing with wine has to be at a certain temperature. It's very, very, you have to be real meticulous when you're dealing with wine. So it's the same thing with your spirit. You have to be rooted. You have to take your time in this truth. But at the same time, you have to stay in that water.
Yeah.
You have to stay, actually going back to gardening. You can't overwater your garden, and you can't underwater at the same time. You gotta have the right amount of sunlight. It has to be in the right location. All of these things is pivotal to have a beautiful garden. The Lord likens us unto the garden and tells you that in second lesson.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like that.
So again, like we were saying, you know, the fact that your roots is more important than what you see above. Be more concerned with your root system in your plant. Don't be concerned with having a pretty ass plant, and next thing you know, you just grew fast as hell. But you know, like when you grow plants, right? You know, I won't say what kind of plant, but I say a certain kind of plant, right? And, you know, you grow it, you gotta treat it real delicately, because if you grow it fast, the stem will be weak. So then when it produces fruit, you got a weak stem. What's gonna happen? It's gonna fall over.
Yeah,
break.
I'll just say that just to add what you're saying. Oh no, because I was thinking about even in the spirit, because just like you were saying, and that's really that Edomite mentality. The reason why this food is so fucked up and all that is because how Esau rapidly produces things instead of letting it actually produce on its own time and giving it time to actually, like these trees, like fruit fall from the tree and things of that nature. They want to hasten the production, and it's the same thing with like honey. Like these different bees, it's a ritual, so to speak. It's a whole process that it takes for honey to actually become that real pure honey. Yep. But Esau wants to take that honey quick. He wants to take it quick and put it and serve it outside of the actual nutritional benefit, because he wants the money out of it. So it's the same thing in this truth. You don't want to be in that mentality, just wanting things quick on the fly. Let things take time to marinate. Let it sit, meditate. Grow with it, and then you'll see the results of it.
So we're going to finish this up.
Verse 22, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that hears the word. The care of this world when the deceitfulness of riches choke the word.
We see that, man. Jake get choked out by the world, especially here in Atlanta. You know, Jake get choked out by this world.
Yeah.
This world, because see, we're going directly against the grain. We're telling you, when you wake up to this truth, we're telling you, you find out this riches is fake. It's not real. It's not real money. You're not working for money, and that's sober. But then a lot of Jake in hell that I still want. Jake cannot erase the thought of having some stacks on deck. Jake still got stacks on deck demons on him. Jake still wanna go in the club and make it rain demons.
Yeah.
Still wanna show the world.
A decade ago.
Yeah, I wanna show the world I'm that nigga demon.
Yep.
We had certain men like that. Hey, men will come in the truth with that bullshit, man. That's why you gotta always monitor the man that's around you and see what he feeding you with. Is he trying to come and build you up in the spirit, or is he trying to come up with some goddamn financial plot to be the be the next nigga in whatever state he in, man? That get rich or die trying mentality.
Power mentality.
But that's one of the ways men fell off. Trying to follow lucre, man. And it comes to the point where certain men, they'll stay in the truth, or they'll stay around the knowledge, knowing the knowledge for the sake of lucre. Yeah. Scripture says, teaching from filthy lucre's sake. A lot of men like, man, I done put 15, 20 years, a lot of these guys in these other camps, IUIC, they wouldn't dare leave IUIC. You know the benefits package they got with being around for 20 years?
Damn.
You know how much perks come with being around for 20 years? State traveling, free expense.
International travel.
International traveling. Ties, women, notoriety, you know, amongst everything damn near is free.
That's why and that's why Jake want to rush the seedling process. They want to become GMO fruit. Fuck that. To hell, you say an apple you're telling me it takes an apple a year to grow, or better yet, you plant a I remember one, I ain't gonna say, it's a lot of situations we don't gotta speak on, but I remember my brother that was in the camp, he had a peach tree at his house. And it started from literally a peach seed. That tree won't bear fruit for 3-4 years. Jake be like, to hell with that. I want this tree to grow and bring fruit tomorrow.
That's right.
So then Jake, here it is, you've been in the truth, you only been teaching on the highways and byways 2 years, and now you're a goddamn elder. You concerned with what is seen and not what is being unseen. What's being unseen is where the magic is happening. The most important is that soil, man. The roots in the soil. But that's the dirty part. Jake don't care about that shit. Nobody ever goes to a plant and be like, or a tree and be like, damn, look at the sexy ass, man, look at the root system of that tree. We can't even see the roots to these trees.
That's not the glory of the tree.
That's not the glory of the tree.
It's just like simple Jake out there. They don't care about what LeBron James does in practice and workouts. They just want to see him drop a triple-double. If he ain't doing that, he sucks.
They don't give a fuck about the blood, sweat, and tears.
Or what happens after the game. People don't care about what, after the game. Here it is, the recovery. He done bust his ass for the city, or whatever the case may be, and what happens? After the game, he's beat up. He's iced up. Some she-bears come out. Some she-bears just miraculously appear.
Yeah.
See, we're going to be able to do that soon with spiritual powers, man. We're going to be able to call a she-bear in the spirit in the middle of the city.
That thing going to drop down from the heavens, man.
Yeah. Drop down.
Video game.
Some of them spirits.
A portal door will be open up and 2 she-bears.
Come out with claws and
Tear some shit up, man.
just ready to get down.
Crazy story all on the news. 50 kids died in the middle of a city by grizzlies.
Bears. Grizzly bears.
There's a lot of bears.
Of all the places.
Like, where the hell them bears came from? That's the power of the Lord.
Power of the Lord, man. See, we say that, but it's a day a man of the Lord is going to be able to say something, and something going to happen where it's going to be like, I didn't even mean for that to happen.
That Jumanji effect,
Like, oh shit.
That we put out on goddamn fucking manifest, man.
Like, the Lord said it. He said, your words is going to be as fire. Keep going. We're going to close up.
This is it right here. The word, and he becoming unfruitful.
You see that, man? Because what? The world is pulling you back to the carnal side. So what you find valuable is not in the spirit anymore. You find value in having a stack of money in your pocket, having the baddest chick in the city. That's who you deal with. A brand new car, carnal shit. That's where you find your value in. You don't find value in the spiritual things. See, when you read in the book of Colossians, it says the Lord was the creator of the visible and the invisible. Our glory and what we find value in is in the invisible.
Yeah, the Lord said that in 2nd Ezra, you have not worship me with bodily eyes. Basically, we ain't seen the Lord with bodily eyes and we believe.
So it's not about the physical, it's about the spiritual. Going back to the palace, going back to the grandeur, because truthfully speaking, we're the richest men on the planet. We don't see how big the bag is that we don't stack up for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. The apostles, 30 years of working, they richer than the elite right now. We all are truly richer than the elite right now. Way richer. 10 times over. But we just don't see it. But it's all just like going back to the point, it's about the invisible. And believing in what you actually truly have access to. You can't put a price on spiritual power. You can't buy out. That's why even the spiritual demon Satan tried to buy Yahushua out with the whole world. He said, "I'll give you the world." Yahushua, like, man, really, truthfully speaking, I own this world. And selfless, like, at the end of the day, you can't buy me out. You can't buy out the Son. So we have to have that same mentality. Federal Reserve knows they ain't good enough, man. Gold ain't good enough. Silver ain't good enough. What we truly have it's above precious riches, man. That's right. Because it's invisible, it's inaccessible, it's intangible.
That's why it says in Matthew the 6th chapter. Matter of fact, go to Matthew 6 and what does that say in Matthew 6?
Lay up not for your treasure.
Yeah, get that, and we close up that. Yeah, what is that? 21, Matthew 6.
Come. This is Matthew 6 and verse 21. For where your treasure is, 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Yeah, not in earth. It didn't say lay up treasures in earth. That's going back to the ones that got choked out.
And where does the treasure lie? Within you.
That's right.
Scriptures speak about how we have this treasure in earthen vessels. So all the gold, all the riches, that the treasures that is speaking of in the scriptures, it's inside of yourself, man. Because what? The knowledge and the inspiration of the word is not just in the book. You have to read this book to actually gather the inspiration.
Say not, Lord, the kingdom of heaven is here or there, but it's within you.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor seal.
So you can have $100 million in cash. Oh, fuck it. You can have $100 million in gold. But people get scalped and break in and steal from it.
But look at the temple we have. That was a multi-billion billion-dollar worth temple, so to speak. And they got ransacked by the Babylonians. That easily. But this temple can't be ransacked. Because the so-called white man doesn't have access to plunder. He don't know where to hit it. Where you going? How can you fight what you can't see?
That's right.
Where you gonna stab it? He can't overcome the spirit. That's why this is such a hard battle for Esau. And Esau is truly on the defense because he can't fight against the spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
It's impossible.
Yeah. All right, we finish that.
John. And it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yep. So if your treasure is really in the invisible, in the spiritual sense, then that's where your heart is going to be, and that's what you're going to receive. You're going to sow spiritually, you're going to reap spiritually. But our people, because they don't have the vision, they can't see, they see value in 2019 Bentley truck. I want a Bentley truck. And a lot of times, Jake, that follow the truth, they be finished. Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, Jacob coming to truth and getting mad. Here it is, your mother, your father, they've been laid on all their goddamn bills your whole life. You was eating cereal with water before you came to the truth. And now you catch a little hell in the truth. Now it's the truth fault.
Oh, like that sloppy nigga in D.C. that was laying on the bed doing that lesson?
Oh, yeah. He had a nerve to call himself a Tazawan.
That's true, man. Nigga, you been broke, man. You been broke, man. This brother said don't get jobs. Not every man in the camp got a job. And like the elder brother Monaco, yeah, he got, certain things set up for himself. Or not to bring that brother business out.
Yeah.
He works on things. He got background things that he works on. And I'm pretty sure all the brothers, not even ourselves, we just reading the scriptures and going home, not doing nothing. We building, man.
Yeah.
But it's these different guys that actually talk the most shit.
Yeah.
And then they don't truly back up their faith through actually action. Right?
That's right.
And they wonder why they're in the goddamn mind.
Yeah, because their heart, whether they admit it or not, is in the carnal sense. All right, so we're going to close up. So with that, we're going to give all the glory and honor to you.
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash.
All right, until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.